You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
What's good, you motherfuckers? We are back on Zoom for whatever episode this is. Why?
161, sir. Put some recognition and some respect on the game of this
100.
podcast that it is, nigga.
That's
Yeah,
like
use your fingers, you uneducated nigga.
161 episodes.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, that's nuts.
Is it?
From what I hear. I think we're starting to be in the running for maybe one of the longest running known, unknown podcasts.
That's kind of hard though. That's like being like the Stretching Babito podcast, and though. So when it's like when niggas get on, we gonna be on forever, and no one's gonna ever forget that shit. Cause we the gods, nigga.
Hey, catalog, nigga. So if you're wondering why we're on Zoom this week, George
health and safety protocols.
George has had a COVID scare. Well, people around him have, so he has to take the precautions. I'm only half vaxxed, and he's Mr. Full
I'm
vax.
fully vaxxed, so, but you can still get sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? According to the CDC, you just won't die from COVID and shit if you get it.
So this week and next week will be on Zoom.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're not trying to get, you know what I mean?
Too late in the game to be catching that shit now.
You know what I'm saying? Mama 93 ain't trying to get fucked up. Bishop 93 ain't trying to get fucked up. I ain't trying to bring that shit home to my unvaccinated child. We ain't trying to have that shit. You feel me? Yeah. But we still will serve you guys the best brick of audio dopeness like we always do every single week. No acetone strip. No motherfucking stepped on bricks. All 100% pure dopeness.
Let's put that stamp on it and ship it out, nigga. What's going on?
Scorpions pack that bitch. And it's your A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, a.k.a. the Pod God, a.k.a. Tequila Papi, a.k.a. that nigga that's hailing from the home of bitch and tequila, 50-cent margaritas and cartel dealings, a.k.a. that nigga say Mysterio, a.k.a. the Petronome, Gas. And this is my co-host, Bishop 93rd, and introduce yourself, sir.
Y'all know what it is, the one and only. I would go through from the womb to the tomb. If you don't know, you won't know, but you should know by now. But if you don't, bitch, I'm the one and only Busy 93. He likes to call me Busy 93rd. Rolls off the tongue kind of well, but I don't really fuck with it like that. But some call me the motherfucking Kango Don. Some call me Kwame Khalifa, Stanley. Some call me the motherfucking what I say is the something about a court jester, Kwame Khalifa, and I want to put a little parentheses on that because we all know Mr. Kilpatrick is out here preaching the word of God now. So I have to add that to it. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu salam. What's good, you bitch, you?
And it's episode 161, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. You know what it is. You know what it do. What's good?
Back again.
Shout out to the fans and the listeners all around the world and all around the nation and shit who support, who donate, who love our show, who
donations,
listen, who shares it to their homies.
Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the YouTubes. I'm told I have to start saying that more for algorithmic purposes.
Yeah. And we love y'all, god damn it. So, yeah. Audio, and back to the audio brick. What's good with you, my nigga?
Shit, man. Another week, man. Just your
Instagram is very entertaining.
I mean, like I said, it's another week, man. It's been eventful in a uneventful way. Good
I wish
news.
there was a way that you could scrapbook like some of your memories like together and just like every 10, 15 years or so, it just like you can just go back and just look at some of your worst, like your moments and your stories and shit.
Yeah.
Some of your best and good times. See your growth.
I'm sure Instagram is working on that, but no.
I
don't want to see that. I don't look at the memories on Facebook, nigga. I don't look at those memories. Those are all retarded.
I think you one of the wildest niggas I know. but you have shown real potential and character growth, fam. To see where you would be 10 years from now from these fucking Instagram posts, yo, it's one of them like, we'll laugh about it 10 years from now type things. Like, this ain't gonna be a big deal later. But in the moment, this shit funny as hell.
Well, it's funny. That's halfway why I do it. And it's also, like I've said before, to some degree a bat signal.
Shout out to your entertainment.
Yeah, but to some degree it's like I said, bat signaling. And it's also me venting. So if I don't feel like writing a song or texting a person a bunch of shit, I'll just put it on my story and wipe it off me and I'm good, And then niggas see it, laugh at it, or think I'm crazy and forget about it in a day.
I've been telling you that you've been Drake screaming for help, nigga, through your album covers. Oh, well, through album covers, you just ain't been releasing no album, so there ain't no covers.
Well, but speaking of screaming for help, that's a good thing that happened this week. Started going back to therapy. So shout out to me.
Oh, great for you.
One more black man in therapy. One more black man in therapy. We need more. Doors are open. I can refer you to my chick. She's a great motherfucking therapist.
I'm not going to therapy. I'm good.
I'm not talking about you. We know you think.
Oh, I mean, like you would like.
You one of them niggas that need therapy for real.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what niggas that need therapy. My therapist literally told me today if I was telling her everything I told her and my response to it was, yeah, but I'm fine, then she'd be worried about me.
I'm like, what I'm saying is like, I'm good for real is because it's like, I acknowledge, like I've acknowledged traumas in my life and I've acknowledged through my life how I've dealt with some of those traumas. Now the way in like, and since I've gained a what's that word, a self-awareness through my maturing through life, I've kind of figured out a way to just healthily handle shit. So it's kind of like when I'm mad, yeah, I'm mad about whatever. But then it's like if that shit stews, it's like, all right, now I got to figure out a way to get this off of my spirit. I handled that shit when I was on the West Coast, nigga. Been gaining my zen for real. Like I'm not trying to let shit fuck up my positive world, yo.
See, and that's what I guess was part of my conversation with her was having that zen constantly be broken kind of contributes to the trauma of situations where you can, like maybe you can make every effort, for instance, to like keep shit as peaceful around you as possible, but you just got certain things around you that you can't necessarily control that keep breaking that focus or whatever. That can add up to it because eventually you gonna start feeling away and it's gonna stay. And if you don't know how to handle that shit, if you haven't noticed from listening to 160 episodes of this podcast, I am quite emotionally R-worded. And sometimes you just gotta learn from your.
But I told you years ago after
reoccurring traumas.
After I came back from Cali, that you should have just had like a whole like there was a point in time where you should have just had a right reset. That's all I think.
I think that time is coming up again, sir.
Yeah, like you just needed like a whole like reset because it's like it's nothing wrong with withdrawing from like
shit that makes you feel bad.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with just withdrawing from that completely because sometimes you just need to withdraw from everything to reassess your shit because realistically, you live in your body, right? Every person that's listening lives in their own body. They got their own brain, their own characteristics, their own emotions. Y'all live within yourselves. We all do, right?
Right.
So outside of being like a part of not being assholes to one another, is actually taking care of our own physical, mental, and social health. Yeah. We neglect that shit. So it's like
I have been doing so for
you know what I mean. So when we neglect that shit, we end up just like after so long, we just got this big old pile and plate of physical, mental, emotional shit, experiences, moments, relationships, all type of shit is set there on one time, and you trying to fucking eat it all with a baby spoon.
Not only that,
it's not gonna happen, fam. Sometimes you got to withdraw, work one thing at a time as you can, and things that you can't, say fuck it, move on. There's more life to live.
But see, that's the thing though, too, because you are also a culmination of everything you've been through. So as much as you want to pull back and do that, you still gonna have something else pulling at you or for you or to you to be once again trying to break that, I guess, that zone, that focus, that zen. But that's where people got to make a hard choice. And that's, I guess, I'm one of those people. I tend to tell myself what I know I need to do and then not do it until someone enough people or someone tells me the same thing. So I know I'm right. And that is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because depending on what it is, I might be like, okay, I want to do that. I think that's the right thing to do. But eh, the reception of it might be like, how do I'm trying to like find a way to bob and weave without throwing the punch. You know what I'm saying? Whereas it would just be easier to throw the punch. Just get it out the way.
I feel that. I feel that completely. But I think there's a point to where it's like you got to think about what you want out of yourself when it comes to your balance in, you know what I'm saying?
And that's different from motherfuckers.
And that's why I say, like, when I say I
you are a culmination of everything you've been through.
Yeah, but that's why when I found my zen, it's usually whenever time I say it, it's followed by I don't let anything negative into my positive world. Most people look at me and like, damn, you just kind of arrogant about certain shit. Like, no, that's some negative bullshit that I don't want to fucking let into my zenful world, yo. And now I'm carrying the stress of that problem over here.
I just got done fucking saying that to her. I just said that to my therapist. I said, I'm starting to think, because she said something to me that I had never thought about that perspective before. And I said, maybe I'm not as big an asshole as people tell me I am. Maybe sometimes people see someone, they feel threatened by them, and they say things to them to try to get them to turn themselves down without trying to make them think that they're trying to get them to turn themselves down. So maybe you're saying I'm arrogant and I'm an asshole because you just feel threatened by me. And I probably should be more of an asshole and more arrogant because it would probably continue to get me where I feel comfortable and want to be.
Yeah. That's what, like, I've heard, like,
not you're condoning being an asshole for no reason, but I'm saying if someone feels threatened by you and they keep throwing something at you and you don't feel like that's you fully or whatever, maybe it's just because they see something in you that you don't.
Yeah, I think I'm a very nice and humble guy to most people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chill. But it's like, I think
or they see something you're very well aware of. Yeah, or the opposite, yeah.
But it's like, I think my chill, like, I'm so confident in my chill because, like, I don't want nothing fucking corrupting my zen.
It bothers people.
Yeah.
The quietest guy in the room always turns the most heads, bro.
Yeah, but the quietest guy in the room is also usually the smartest guy in the room. But it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, but it's like, I'm just like, why are you threatened? Why are you threatened? Because I'm in my chill, yo.
What are stupid people threatened by? Smart people.
Exactly. It's like, why are you threatened? Like, yo, you think I ain't said shit to you? Like, yo. But it's cool though. But it's like, it's cool to be in your zen. Sometimes it bothers other people, but those people don't be in their zen. They let negativity into their positive world. They have trauma, they have baggage, they have disbalances.
Like, you ever been the cool nigga? Like,
my whole life.
I guess I kind of started that wrong. You ever been perceived as the cool nigga by a person that keeps a lot of drama going, and you fuck with them even though they keep a lot of drama going, but you just keep your distance? And when you try to tell them how to stop so much drama from going, they go, yeah, I know, it would be so much easier, and then they don't do it. And then you go, well, that's why your life is so fucking chaotic. Duh.
You nigga.
I know. But I'm saying that's what I said earlier about how I'll try to bob and weave some shit instead of taking my own advice. I tell a motherfucker, yo, go punch that nigga in the face. But maybe I didn't feel the same way if he said to me what you said to me. But maybe because he didn't say it to me, if he did say it to me, I feel like I would have punched you in the face. But then maybe you want to talk. I don't know. Don't mean you a bitch. Just mean we look at it different.
Yeah.
Nigga say he fucked my mama last night, I'm gonna slap you on the spot. Maybe if he say he fucked your mama last night, you just go, you have a nice day, sir, and you keep walking about your day. Maybe, hey, doesn't make you no different, no way it go.
What color is he?
Doesn't matter. Whatever you gotta.
For me in 2021, it matters.
Whatever you want it to be.
For me in 2021, it matters.
Indian. It's an Indian dude.
I'm gonna smack you.
See, that's Asian hate. You can't do that.
It's not Asian hate.
Yes, it is. They from Asia.
No, I don't perceive. See, I don't perceive you as like a hateful threat, like to where I have to like beat you up, but I'm gonna slap you.
That's not how hate crimes work.
No,
that is not how hate crimes work.
It's not a hate crime.
If you beat up an Asian right now just because he said something crazy to you, that's gonna be the first thing everybody's thinking.
No,
for sure. They just passed a bill about it.
That's what they would feel, but that's not what it is.
That's why, kind of the whole point of the bill.
When I ask what color is he, because I'm like, if he's black and shit or Latino, then it's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna let it slide. Because I'm not trying to fight or like pull no guns on no niggas or no Latinos.
I'm not necessarily trying to fight no
that's
white motherfuckers. Y'all gonna call the police and
then
the police gonna kill them.
That's what I'm saying. No offense, but if you're a white man and say that shit to me, I'm more than likely gonna knock your ass out. And depending on how fraudulent you are and the tone in which you say it, I might pull my gun too.
So like I said, you gonna whoop his ass and pistol whip him and shit, just so he can wake up and call the police and then the police kill you. What?
Oh no, we on the run after that. I mean, we on the run. We on the run.
See, that's the thing. I ain't got time to be going on the run for beating up some random white dude. I ain't got time for that.
What'd you leave?
I got a show to do every week. You know how hard it would be to do a show on the run, constantly trying to find free Wi-Fi and shit. Nigga, I ain't got time for that.
A white dude in Homeland got it done. We can get it done too.
Doing episode 180 from a McDonald's parking lot, nigga. No,
Nigga, we will be mad welcome in South America. You just have to learn Spanish.
I'll find the chick.
That I've told everybody, look, fam, if I'm into some shit and we all on the run, we can go south. Y'all just need to pick up some dictionaries. Because I'm not gonna teach y'all niggas shit.
I remember I already know a little bit of Spanish. So if I ever had to dip like that, that's where I'm going. Nigga, and motherfuckers think they look at me. Most Hispanics look at me and they think I'm one of y'all anyway. They just don't know what kind of one of y'all. They know I'm crossed with black, but they like something else in that nigga. Yeah, This
nigga Tino's nigga.
That's what I'm saying. So, but y'all think I am one. Y'all that don't know me, motherfuckers be like, nigga, what are you mixed with? And I'll fuck with them and say, Colombian, Cuban, motherfucking Asian.
There's no way anybody's believing you are any type of Asian.
That's not true. Genghis Khan fucked everybody. We all got some of his blood in us.
Nigga, you are any type of Asian, nigga. It's like we ain't talking about Genghis Khan, nigga. We talking about you.
He affected the world's bloodline, so kinda he's family still. Nigga. For like everybody. Like he's kinda everybody's great cousin.
Nigga.
Or uncle.
Nigga.
That's a fucked up uncle.
Speaking of, I'm glad you said something about the Asian hate bill, by the way. I'm glad you did say something about that. Because as of lately, I've been seeing a bunch of like extra Blasian stunting on motherfuckers that you know for a fact ain't got no type of Asian in them and shit. I'm like, how you gonna clout chase off the fact that these people have been getting the shit beat out of them and murdered and robbed and shit?
I blame Naomi.
Nasty.
I blame Naomi. I blame Naomi.
Really?
Uh-huh. She went one-on-one with the French Open. She opened the door for all the niggas to start being like, fuck it. Fuck you. No, what? I said, fuck you, nigga, what? She opened the door for it. Kamala got in office, then Naomi said, fuck you, and it was over ever since then.
Look, right. Shout out to Naomi Osaka, bro. Cause shout out to, cause real shit, she was like, nah, nigga, it's mental health. I'm not feeling it. I'm
hey,
not going
what you
out
gonna do?
Yep. It was kind of like, I'm not feeling it. But when she did that interview where she was like, I'm just so sad right now. Like, I do not have the drive to do this. I'm like, let that girl breathe, bro. Like,
Bro,
let her
give
breathe.
her a couple weeks off. Let her sit this year out. She had a great year. She got to the joint and said, hey.
She was the highest grossing athlete of 2020 last year.
I believe it.
Female.
Which is funny because nobody went to anything. That's weird.
Banked out, though. Shouty banked out, though. Highest gross.
Shout out to her. Hey, and shout out to Simone Biles, my future baby mama. Breaking out of records over the weekend.
I thought about that earlier, and this is off the docket, but I thought about that shit earlier too. Matter of fact, so we on that. And I was like, in most entertainment outside of athletics, there's a certain point in time where you can get the bag, you can get the trophy, the Oscar, the Grammy, the Billboard number one, top 100, longest running or whatever. And you can just look legit like, you know what? This shit's getting to be a little much. Let me kind of decompress and digest these last couple of years.
We're not
and
machines.
Shit. Yeah. And then kind of recollect and then start back up, acting, dancing, rapping, whatever. For an athlete,
you just need a break.
Yeah, for an athlete, it's different. It is like legit this little point in time where you at your best point going up to the pros or to that pro level. And you get to that pro level. And then when you get into your prime, this is the point. When you get the bank, when you get the endorsements, when you get the trophies, when you are at your best. And you can't quit. You gotta, like, as soon as the season over, chill for whenever amount of time that you get right back on that motherfucking horse and do it again until you retire.
Well, that's the thing.
So it's like the fact that she's telling like, yo, I mentally can't go. And she's an athlete. She's sacrificing that. That shows a real, I would say, a real importance to it. Because like that shit is important. If you can't go mentally in a sport, nigga, you can't go. You think she's gonna ruin her legacy and everything else on top of that too?
Or would you? But I think that's where a lot of people ignorant to shit like that get it fucked up, because you look at any athlete, most sports have an off season. So most people figure, nigga, you supposed to do what you supposed to have all your fun and be said. You do all that on the off season, nigga. When it's your time to work, you supposed to work. Niggas got money on you, especially when you talking about sports teams and shit. Let LeBron come out there and talk about, nigga, you know what? I'm just sad today. Nigga, you bitch ass nigga. You think LeBron gonna get some love for being sad on the court? Nigga, no.
Nah, but I think it's a lot to hold for her because it's a single person sport.
Yeah, that makes it even harder. Because you can't just, like another sport, you can't just depend on somebody else to be like, even if I got a bad night and I am fucked up mentally, you ain't got to know it because I can go depend on AD to put up 40. Nah, I got to hit all these shots, nigga.
Yeah, you got to win every match, every round,
I need a break.
Every single game. And I don't know, like, this is one of those things. I see people on Twitter, I seen people on Instagram.
See it in fighters.
Who are like, well, what's going on with her? Motherfucker, ain't your business. Right. Whatever it is disturbed, and it has this young woman disturbed enough to not want to be able to play the sport that she loves right now.
I'm going to swing this back around to 40 episodes ago. You know who this reminds me of? Ronda Rousey.
Oh, she ain't got it no more.
But think about
that was a type of
shit. Think about the type of shit you don't think she was fucking sad. Think about the type of shit she was saying after that first loss, and then think about that next loss, and then think about that you just saw it just go from just And now she's just like, I'm a mom. I'll fuck you up, but I don't want any smoke. Like, she'll knock you the fuck out, but she ain't trying.
But I think that's the for Ronda Rousey, the difference was this. I think when she got to the point to where she was at the pinnacle, the peak, the height, her win-loss record became an identity of herself in her own head.
Well, that's so what fuck up. But.
Yeah. So when that broke, when
when you need to take a break though, too.
Yeah.
First loss.
She took that break. But when she got knocked the fuck out, and then she had that one loss on her record, I think it was a part of it to where she got in her head, because I got this one loss, I'm not as great.
And that was at a time when Floyd was still fighting, so it was like he undefeated. The other undefeated motherfucker in this sport is Conor and Floyd. And now I took an L. And I took an L, right? So yeah, it might hit you hard, because at that point it was wild that them three motherfuckers running around kept being undefeated.
Yeah. But Conor took his L. Floyd hasn't taken one yet, because he chooses right on his fights. He chooses motherfuckers he can beat. But when it came down to Ronda, I didn't think for UFC, for a fight like that, I think a warrior isn't really tested until they lost.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? From Muhammad Ali to Mike Tyson.
Fighting for sure.
You know what I'm saying? To Frazier, to like Sugar Ray, like.
That's the beauty of Rocky. That's the beauty of the Rocky movies. How many fights does Rocky win in those 6 movies? Like 3 of them? It's not about the win. It's about
because he didn't win in the first one.
Right.
He didn't win in the first one. He won in the second one.
He won in the third one.
Yeah, he lost in the third one. Then came back and win again. And
he
lost in the 5th one.
He lost in the 6th one too, because he was too old.
Yeah, he lost in Rocky Balboa.
So he only won in 2 out of 6 movies. So yeah, it is about motherfucking.
No, he didn't win. I think I count 4. I think I count 4 total wins through the movies, but he had like 3 or 4 losses still. So, but it's like it's really whatever it is. It's the warrior tested. It's battle tested. Yeah. Can you really like stand up against adversity? Yeah. You know, that's a real any sport thing. But when it came down to that,
when it's specific, when it comes down to
tennis, combat sport though,
tennis,
that's a thing. That's its own
like, thing.
What I'm saying, like with combat,
it's just you doing
case. Yeah, like it's a different thing, because it's like you can lose. Every greatest loss. Randy Couture is going to be in fighting is in the Hall of Fame, or would be in the Hall of Fame, or it's going to be. Losses on
that
his
nigga
record.
Was like running for office or something. You know, Randy Couture is like super MAGA.
Really?
Yeah. He's like running for office now or doing something. But every time I see him, he's like around a bunch of MAGA people, saying a bunch of like really what they call them alt-right shit. Like, yeah. Like he's out there now. Like I was like, I liked you.
Right, I bought your merch.
I'd expected that from Chuck Liddell before you, and Chuck Liddell's cool as shit. Like
Chuck Liddell is reffing fights now. That's fucking wild. He's reffing crack fights. But
that's hilarious.
But fucking Frank Mir was like L's on his record.
Yeah. And there was a time he was undefeated.
Anderson Silva. L's on his record. Brock Lesnar, who I believe is one of the greatest warriors to ever live.
Every great fighter got L's on their record.
Right. So it's like the fact that you couldn't, what she was saying.
The only one I think is Floyd. And Floyd ain't done yet.
Yeah.
He might catch one.
I remember playing basketball in high school, and I was on a shitty team. First 2 years, it was a shitty squad. And we would lose to a team handily. First time. Next game, all I knew was, I don't give a fuck if we lose. We ain't losing like that shit no more.
Right. If you were in a shitty situation, you can only do Just try to make the shit better. Make it less shitty. Nigga, that's
Country
all you
Day
can
was
do.
way better than us. Country Day was way better than us. When we got popped by 45 the first time,
you made sure that didn't happen again.
Oh no!
Even if you lost by
I wanted to win so bad.
But even if you lost by, but even if you lost by 20, it's better than 40 fucking 5.
Exactly. But it was like I wanted to win next time so bad. Like I didn't do nothing.
I'm sure.
I thought all off season just about that game. Nigga, like just that game next year.
I wouldn't be able to wait to play them niggas again.
I got my
all
dub,
the same
though.
niggas on the team.
I got my dub though, nigga. And I ain't gonna lie, I cried in the car after that. Like I won a championship.
I beat them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I went hard for that shit. But on like off rips of that, it's like, yo, I never lost the confidence. Like, nah, nigga, they not better than me. I don't give a fuck. They not better than me. I don't give a fuck. They not better than us. I was on a shitty team. I knew that, but it's like I'm not gonna build my psyche into that.
Yeah.
Because once you build it into that, then you lose. And then what happened after she came back? It was supposed to be she was supposed to lose the fight that she was supposed to come back and fight.
Win. Yeah.
And lost.
Yeah.
Then had her listed her against a lesser contender. And then lost again, and then she ended up doing the wrestling thing, and now she's momming. But it's like that seed of doubt
planted a whole tree.
Yeah. And but it comes down to Naomi and shit. If you got to take a break to handle whatever you got to handle, baby, for your own mental health,
you need to do it.
So that seed never grows. That seed of negativity and doubt never grows into your mind. Do what you got to do. Protect your bag. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's still mad love from the Black and Asian community, I'm sure. And I'm just still mad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like MAGA people gonna be MAGA. So
I'm honestly still mad at her that she tried to pick Japan for the Olympics. I don't even like America like that. I honestly like Japan better, but I'm mad she kind of picked that. I'm more mad that she tried to pick Japan over America than trying to say fuck you to the French Open.
She's probably a Japanese citizen.
She's probably a dual citizen.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she is probably still a Japanese citizen. So why wouldn't she?
Because if I'm a dual citizen, I mean, I'm black. I'm looking at it from a black thing. That's really what it is. I'm looking at it from a black thing. Why am I going? I mean, I'm representing black people. Okay. I know everybody go with this. It's gonna be okay. You still black in Japan. I know. I'm not
going there.
Okay. Well, I'm sure somebody would try to, and I know, but same time, we need more people.
Look, fam, this is what I'm gonna say. If Jamal Murray could play right now for the Olympics, because the Olympics is this year in Tokyo. So if he could play this year, he wouldn't be playing for the United States. He would be playing for Canada. He went to college here in the United States. He plays basketball here in the United States.
Shit, I ain't saying all of that.
You can choose.
I'm saying what the fuck I want.
But that's his birth.
I know you can choose.
He's a Canadian-born person. So it's like, why would you not? Tony Parker played for France, nigga. That's where he from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But your black ass daddy taught you that tennis, and that nigga didn't grow up in Japan.
All the best tennis players around the world aren't from the United States. Nigga, what you mean? Other than Serena?
Like I said, the black ass nigga that taught you that shit didn't grow up in Japan. You might have, but that reason you known ain't that. I forgot who I heard say that
Federer's
shit too.
Like,
but I'm definitely parroting some shit, but still, the motherfucker that I'm parroting had a point.
Is like fucking, like he's British or some shit. Rafael Nadal is from Spain.
Ain't nobody talking about them niggas. We talking about black people. We talking about black people.
I'm saying tennis tennis isn't a major thing in the United States. We could really give a
neither is soccer. But guess what?
Unless we have a winner, we really did give a fuck. You know we don't.
Well, that's we
don't give a fuck. That's why we don't give a fuck off right now.
She's a winner. That's my point. She's a winner. That's my point. she's a winner. This is what I'm saying. Regardless of whether or not she
winner that's a United States citizen, dog, that's technically not our winner.
Motherfucker, neither is Kamala, but we still claim her. And so do the Asians.
Yeah, but she's like an American for real.
You can't tell either side which one she's more of.
I gotta look this shit up just so this shit shuts you the fuck up. This is
where she was born at.
Yeah, like
no, I'm not saying it's got nothing to do with where she was born at. I'm saying how she learned what she know and what we know her for. You supposed to rep for that, and where you from. I mean, that's what I guess you doing it if it's both. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just sound like an idiot.
She was born in Japan, bro.
Was she raised there?
She's a she's a Japanese citizen, nigga.
I want to hear her say the Japanese alphabet and then write it out. I don't believe it.
I'm sure she can. I'm not going to read the rest of her goddamn accolades and life story on Wikipedia right now. But yeah. Haitian father, Japanese mother.
So really you should be repping for Haiti.
Shout out and pray for Haiti.
Word Griselda. You should be fucking
my ass crazy.
You should be motherfucking repping for Haiti, low key. I'm talking about America. You should be repping for Haiti, and they need you to rep for them. Time out. No,
now you bringing it to Haiti now.
I'm talking about black people.
The United States.
I'm talking about black people.
Born in Japan, yo.
I'm talking about black people when I was saying the United States, though. And I'm talking about black people when I was saying Haiti. And goddamn it, if Haiti don't need a superstar more than the United States need a black superstar right now.
They got Makami.
Shut up.
They got Makami.
Shut up. That ain't no fucking Naomi. Nigga. Ain't no Naomi, nigga. Shut up, nigga.
Yeah, but sorry, Naomi wasn't brought up in fucking Haiti. She was born in Japan.
No, but the nigga that taught her the shit we know her for did.
Geography matters, nickel.
And yeah, and the nigga that taught her the shit she know and we know her for would not fucking have grown up there. He grew up in fucking Haiti, and you learn tennis in hot climate. Not fucking Japan. I heard it's cold.
Somehow, some way, her blessed father made his way to Japan.
I mean, niggas can travel. Nobody say niggas couldn't travel.
Look, nigga, my mind was blown like a month ago when I found out that Haiti was the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. So,
where the fuck have you been?
Out of all the other fucking poor ass countries in the Western Hemisphere, that one had to be the poorest? My God.
You didn't know that?
No.
Nigga, I learned that when Katrina happened. Are you serious?
Nigga, I was
shit ain't got better, nigga.
I was too focused on when Katrina, like Katrina was
happening the earthquake? For us, nigga. Nigga, like,
yeah. I didn't say it was in a fucked up place to like be when and like as far as natural disasters. But my thing was like, damn, you that poor though. Like,
yeah,
that's fucked up. So when I found it, like look, the fact that he made it to Japan and on its own is a blessing.
Well, what you gotta be talking about? Because if it's the 60s and I'm in Haiti.
She was born in 97.
She was born in 97?
Yes, she's younger than us.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That changes my whole.
I think like October, like, yeah. I think she's a Libra too.
I find her to be quite beautiful, and like I said, she is a winner. I find her quite talented
she's
at her
October
craft.
16th. October 16th.
So exactly
so she's a Libra.
Month off of mine, and I'm a Scorpio. I tend to get along very well with Libras.
So that's why the show even works. Like, so that's why I know she's smarter than all you stupid motherfuckers that be doubting her and shit. She took the time to be like, look, nigga, I need to get my balance right, because if my balance is off, then I'm not me. So I gotta get my shit right. Fuck
and y'all some balance needing motherfuckers.
Nigga, don't we need that? We need that, bro.
Y'all some balance needing motherfuckers.
That shit is real. It's like we don't want nothing to corrupt that.
Oh shit. Y'all some balance needing niggas. My mama's a Libra, you a Libra, my granddaddy was a Libra. A couple of my exes were Libras. Like, I know Libras, nigga.
You don't want to, like, dog, you can't corrupt this balance, fam. Because once you corrupt, there's only certain amount, and I don't believe in astrology shit, but just from my experience,
I give it like on a scale of 1 to 10, we talking credibility. I give it a 6.5.
Sagittarius bitches for sure throw me off of my zen. Like the presence of them, and it's weird. It's like it's really weird.
Pisces do that for me.
It's like I just don't like you in my presence, yo. Like your vibe is just so it's drama filled. That's what it is. It's drama filled, and the fact that I don't like that shit is just it's like,
see,
get it away
that's
from me.
the weird shit for me because I don't get along with Pisces, but they a water sign. Like my shit is a water sign. So it's like I'm like
a Scorpion.
Yeah, that's a water sign. Because where do scorpions live, nigga? In water.
In desert, nigga.
Yeah, but they drink water. And there are water scorpions. They exist.
That can't be right. That can't be right. I'm sorry, that can't be right.
I don't know if it is, but I'm saying
there's no way that could be right.
Look it up. Look it up.
There's no way that could be right.
Look it up. I don't know if it is, but I'm saying
that's some wild. I'm
sticking
like,
to
no,
it.
nigga.
I'm sticking to it, motherfucker.
Wow. Wow. You didn't learn nothing in them white schools.
I was only there for like 3 years.
Oh my God. That's
a lot
funny
about
as hell. Wow, it actually is a water sign. That's crazy. Is a zodiac element water sign?
No, I was saying I didn't know if water scorpions exist. That's what I thought you were looking up. I know for a fact Scorpios are a water sign. I know that for a fact.
That makes no sense though.
But there's no such thing as a desert sign.
Earth, it has a sign, nigga. I don't know.
Wouldn't fit in with the what is it? The lore, the myth.
I guess. That's why I said it was like half of this is bullshit.
So I said that's why I give it a 6.5 because it's like I think it's accurate, but to a point. And I think after you hit that point, then you just got to judge people for people. But yeah, to a point, you can probably say because a motherfucker's born this month, and at this point in time, they might act this way, and you can find a bunch of other people that they'll find similarities with that were born around that same time. That's a fact.
Yeah, but I do understand. It's always a, I don't know. I always think it's like an extraness put to it, but it might be something to it because I know people who are like, dog, I can't fucking deal with Geminis at all.
I have a problem dating Geminis. I don't have a problem being friends with them.
My wife's a Gemini, and I never had a problem. We don't even argue. You know,
but you're a Libra though. I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah, so like
Geminis are, they got both. So two sides.
It's almost like, but I've heard stories of even my wife acting up on other niggas prior to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You've never seen that side.
I never got that energy.
That's that second face though.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe my energy counteracts the bad energy to where it just balances. Like, I don't know. But all I know is I smoke a lot of weed.
I'm sure if you pushed her far enough, you could get it. If you did enough, you could see it if you wanted. If you really wanted to see that side, you could see it.
Nah, I'd break my wife's spirit before I'd actually like see that. My wife loves me too much. For me to get that type of level of disrespectful, I'd break her spirit. And that's not what.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She'd have to get there before you would do it. I'm saying if you wanted to see just on some like, let me see how, like on some petty, let me see how far I can push you shit. Yeah, you can pull it out of her. You're not gonna sit here and tell me this girl can't get mad at you, dog. Like, stop it.
Nah, she hasn't. Most times that she has, I've looked her in the face and been like, yo, it's stupid, right? Yeah,
I'm but okay, if it's something that she feels like isn't stupid and she wants to take it there and you want to take it there because you feel like it is,
but that goes in the womanness though. Every woman that goes arguing about anything, it doesn't believe the conversation is stupid. I can believe it's stupid as fuck because sometimes it really can be stupid as fuck.
Yeah, like, but we're talking about in the context of what I'm saying.
When it comes down to it, just how I feel about my feelings thing. Sometimes you can have a stupid ass feeling. I've had them.
Yeah.
So like when you just say I feel this way, and then it's like, all right, yeah, I can be perceptive. That's my job, to be perceptive and be there and listen.
You're trying to add reality to a hypothetical. I'm being hypothetical. I'm saying you're trying to tell me that there's nothing you can do to push this other human being to show you a side of them that you don't want to see because she loves you so much. Come on, dog.
She don't got that juice in her, though.
You just said she did. You've heard about it with other niggas.
Did.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Hey, maybe. I'm saying if she wanted to pull it out, let's say, okay, better example then, because I
couldn't see my wife doing that. I'd break her spirit. I couldn't bring that back out.
You ain't gonna give up no rope. So let's do a hypothetical in a different situation. Somebody fucks with Peyton, you're not there. You don't think she'll kill him and show a side to somebody you've never seen before? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, though. That nigga, answer the question, yes or no?
Yeah, but that's
okay. Different. That's what my point to the Gemini thing is. They have two sides. Everybody has two sides, yes, but I'm saying you push a motherfucker to a certain point, they might be holding something back constantly that you don't know they holding back.
That's everybody. That's why I always think that ideal is stupid. That's anybody.
Not when you break down what a Gemini is. That's why I say I don't get along dating Geminis myself. I don't get along dating them, but I get along being friends with them. I don't know. Because, yeah, everybody has those sides, but motherfucker, everybody acts different.
Yeah, like, I'm a Libra.
Like, if you ran the same theory for a Scorpio, right?
Motherfuckers' faces and plotted on them, like, been plotting on them, like, later on.
Like I was about to say, if you ran the same theory for a Scorpio, it would be like, okay, Scorpion, if you don't bother them, harmless. But start fucking with them, they gonna sting you. That's that other side, yeah. But people handle shit differently. Maybe that's kind of what astrology is. The fact that it all lines up because of how you would react, because of when you would and what you would and wouldn't might do, and all. That's why I give it a 6.5.
4.2. I'm confident in my 4.2. Because it's only something, if you add another zero, it would be 420. And that's only some shit that I really give it more credit for the more weed I smoke when I'm thinking about it. So
we ain't even talked about shit that we had to talk about.
Nah, but we had some good conversation. What's on the docket?
Shout out to mental health.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keep your mental health right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Juneteenth, since we was talking about niggas, Juneteenth happened. That's a thing now. Federal holiday. New day off. Yay. Except for you niggas with really shitty jobs like us. Yay.
I don't know whether
black. Still no reparations, but yay, black.
What day is that on?
Tomorrow. Today. We're dropping this on Juneteenth.
Hey. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's why I didn't ask. Okay, for sure. Because I'm just like, wait.
Yeah, technically today, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So 2 o'clock in the morning.
Because I was gonna ask my my boss and shit. My boss is like, yo, we got Juneteenth off.
You do now.
Knowing that oh no, nigga. If it ain't on, because each year they give an update on the federal holidays that we get off in time for.
Oh, so they only do certain ones?
It's the only ones that are federal holidays.
Oh, Juneteenth will be on there next year.
Oh yeah, not religious holidays.
Yeah, so Juneteenth will be on there next year.
Yeah, so we don't get Easter off and shit. You know what I mean, or Good Friday.
That's a religious.
But but we get like July 4th, Memorial Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, shit
Patriot
like
shits, nigga.
Yeah, New Year's, all that type of shit. Now,
is New Year's a federal holiday?
Huh?
New Year's is a federal holiday?
Yep. New Year's Day.
Christmas, I guess that'll still be religious.
Yeah. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are actually federal holidays.
But Easter isn't. Boy, how white are we? Okay.
Yeah.
So one religious holiday is federal.
But if Juneteenth ain't on that list of days that we should get off for next year,
you got a conversation you can have. You got a conversation you can have.
And this is the benefit of being the nigga that I told you I am. I can get in some of these rooms and talk to these white folks like they ain't never been talked to before in some articulate ass words and tell you to your face, nah, nigga, this shit ain't gonna fly. Cause I will raise all. You have Tamika Mallory in this bitch. She's speaking way louder than me.
Mm-hmm. Whole lot louder, and she a whole lot prettier too. Whole lot prettier.
And we in Flint. Oh.
I'm trying to rub up on a booty.
You trying to rub up on the booty?
I will impregnate Tamika Mallory with the force of 1,000 Zeuses, nigga.
But you're a cone. How does that work?
I am nothing of the sort, sir. And that is how you create the next Malcolm X. You get my crazy ass with her beautiful, loud ass that's out here doing, nigga, what? That motherfucker gonna be a pimping white folks, motherfucker, for ally shit, nigga.
Nah, you get the next Malcolm X if Black Sam hit Tamika Mallory on just a one night stand and she's like, I'm not giving an abortion.
I don't even know who Black Sam is, and fuck that nigga. He ain't taking my girl.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Who's Black Sam?
Nipsey, brother. Watch your mouth.
Oh, that guy. Oh yeah, we fuck with him.
Watch
for sure. We fuck
with him. Watch your mouth.
Yeah. I remember that guy. Yeah, we fuck with him. Yeah. Shout out to Black Sam. I ain't know that you was talking about that Black Sam.
That Black Sam.
But still, yeah, nigga, you gotta outgame me, cuz I'm trying to get her too. And I do mean cuz.
They be on a marathon though, you know what I mean?
So am I. Inspired by y'all. There you go.
This nigga bought a hoodie and shit. This nigga thinking he gang now.
Nah. If I was gang, I'd be rocking a lot more blue than I do. I'd be blue do nigga. Bro, if I was cripping for real, nigga, y'all niggas wouldn't like me.
I was about to say, for what I see nowadays, nigga, I don't even think it really matters because I be seeing Bloods wearing a lot of blue and I be seeing like Crips wearing a lot of red nowadays.
I'm telling you,
that shit's crazy.
If I had know how the gang scene would look today, back when I could have been a Crip or a folk, I would have just done it. I would have just to claim it and just say, yeah, nigga, yeah, you know. You wouldn't even had to have done shit. You could have just got beat in and never done anything and been like,
I had one cousin that turned Crip.
Don't know the difference between shit anyway.
I had one cousin that turned Crip, and I was like indifferent to any. I got Latin Kings and Bloods in my family. That's it.
I had to be ambiguous.
So it was like one. So it was like when you had the one. So when you had the one Crip, it's like the fuck. And you never saw this nigga wear blue. Ever. But he was banging Crip though. He was legit jumped in. He had a set. Never seen this nigga wear blue. This nigga
it's not like it's a prerequisite, nigga. You don't have to like and wear the color blue to be a Crip. But if you want to identify yourself amongst other gang members and or police,
I'm representing set.
There you go.
If I'm representing set though.
How many times? That was another thing I never understood, nigga. Why are we repping the set in the park across from the school? Why? We all go to school together. We all want to show these kids
they got options. They got options. Be out here with the set, slinging that dope, nigga.
So you want to be from 34th and such, or you want to be from 31st and something, nigga? What?
Like, look, fam,
stop it.
That's where it gets.
Like I said, if I knew how easy,
but you know what? That's how you know niggas know directions, though. That's how you know niggas know directions for real, because they got little sections of wherever town and every ghetto across the fucking nation, and we're blocked off where it's like, yo, this our hood, and you know which ways are they?
Metaphorically speaking,
south, north, east, west, where not to fucking go.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to know niggas to know that, though. You got to know things to know that. Everybody don't just know that.
Nah, you got to come up in it. You learn your do's and don'ts.
I wanted the people see, because I didn't come up in it, that I'll go, like, let's say, to a city with a friend who knows people in that city, and I don't want to do too much because they're not my friends, they're your friends, and I'm not from here. I don't know, I'm not in the gang, so I don't know what the rules are. So like if I would take a trip with a nigga, I'm usually the nigga that's just, yeah, hey, what's up? Nah, yeah, I'm with dude. Whatever, just something simple because I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries because I don't know what y'all do around here. But
I feel you.
niggas don't travel with that. Well, niggas that have traveled don't always travel with that mindset. When you talking about the traveling I'm talking about.
My shit always was, and then I think this goes to a Zen thing too, and maybe a Libra scale thing, all at the same time. I always felt the way when my peoples I was banging.
How did we get from Juneteenth to gangbanging?
Damn, that was a turn, right?
What the fuck?
That was a turn down a doom buggy.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But I always had to think about it.
This bitch.
was like when one of the homies would be on high energy because they got into a conflict with so-and-so, and now everybody in the room on high energy, and now they gonna go out and ride on something. Like, yo, fam. Like this, we was playing Madden in 2K, bro. Like, goddamn, now we gotta go ride. Real.
That was the thing that was a turn off for me back in the day. Is like I would see that shit happen to niggas, and I never wanted to happen to me. Like that was a turn off for me back in the day. It was like if I see a nigga, like you know how you have friends that are in gangs or some shit, and then the set get into something, and then they start making calls, and then your mans get a call. I'll be back. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't. But he went to some shit that had nothing to do with him. He don't even know them niggas. It's like, why?
1,000. I'm the first nigga to be like,
just for the
what
set,
happened to one of my niggas, one of my close niggas, one of my
I'm on the set,
niggas?
if I'm from the set, if I'm about the set like that for the show, but come on, man.
If it's about one of my core people,
if you call me, I'm on the way.
I'm up and on.
We gang without being gang, but
yeah,
you know,
but we talking about like, yo, nigga, I'm cool with them niggas across town. Just cause you fought them niggas over a bitch at Fairlane, now we gotta ride.
And then your man's called you to make the trip. Nah, I'm good. Cause it's one of three things gonna happen. We gonna all pull up. One of three. I never went unless it was one of my close niggas.
So I was like, this shit's stupid.
Unless it was never if it was gang related, I didn't show up because it was gang related. Put it like that. But nigga,
I told you last year about the severe time where it got real bad, and I was like, yo, nigga, y'all niggas was coming off the stove. I was in the car, bro. Like it wasn't even nothing. Y'all started this shit, fam. Like we just trying to get some, you know what I'm saying, get some beers, nigga, and chill at the crib and smoke.
I'm just saying you don't want to. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You just don't want to be that guy that you don't want to be the guy that a guy calls to go handle some business that ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? And that made sense to me even at 15. Like
I think it was an experience in my point where I started learning that some of my homies ops I knew.
Like, your homies ops are your, don't get it twisted. Your homies ops are your ops. They are yours. No, just by association.
Homies ops.
That's when.
That's what I'm different. Saying. Like the homies ops.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I knew
it's like, yo.
Even if I don't know you, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
But no, I was just saying, like, I showed up to it like in situation, and I'm like, yo, what up, nigga? And it diffused
that'll diffuse it right there.
Shit.
Yeah, that'll diffuse the shit right there.
Whole shit, and I'm just like, yo, this could have been way worse than what it was gonna be, and what it could have been.
If I hadn't showed up,
right? Like if I wouldn't have been like, all right, nigga,
I think I've been there for a few of those. Too.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just so happen to know so and so there. It's like, oh shit.
Being fully transparent, I've been that guy that diffused it, and I've been the guy that needed the diffusing before. I've been the guy that was in a confrontation and then it was stopped because the nigga I was about to fight homeboy came out who was my homeboy, and he didn't know we was homeboys, and I didn't know they was homeboys, and he just showed up like, yo, chill, no, that's my nigga, yo, chill, what y'all doing? Time out, what's up? I've been saved by that, and I've been that guy before, so I get that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's when that moment happened, there was a moment of clarity. It was like, yo, some of this shit probably don't need to fucking happen,
Right.
yo.
Shit ain't this serious.
Like we building up like real scrap counts on nothing. Like on real shit, nigga got they bitch stolen. Nobody married to nobody, goddamn it.
Don't nobody give a fuck like that.
Right, we 17, 16, acting stupid. Come on, bro.
Before we get up off of that, because I've had a similar I've had a similar conversation with someone earlier this week. So it leads me to ask you this question, just to top it all off. And I wish we could do a poll or we were on live right now, but y'all answer in the comment section if you this comes by your wavelength. If you could go back in time and be a gang member or a part of a fraternity, which one do you think would be more lucrative later, and which one do you think would be more worth it? Well, no, I guess that's the first question. Which one do you think would be more lucrative later? Joining a frat or joining a gang? We going back in time to what it was, where it was when we was, you know what I mean? And like around that age where you would either join a frat or a gang, right? You was in college, right? Let's say you college age. You go back 5 years, 6 years.
And you really gonna dedicate or not? All right.
Not necessarily to the crime aspect or to the whatever they do in frat.
You riding or not? Like you with the set or not? Is you with it or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be down or not? You gonna get down or you gonna lay down, nigga? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gang.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I think it will be better later. Even though
nothing against the LGBTQ plus community. But I always feel like when you join a frat, nigga, you always have to do some gay shit, like to get these people who probably are most likely arrogant dickhead assholes for real, just to like you. And I think that version of acceptance is whack as fuck. Now, if we in some shit where we protecting the block or we about getting money, and that's just like something that we doing on top of that to claim whatever our hood or whatever on top of it. All right, cool. And all I gotta do is take a jump or whatever, like to get in. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's cool. I ain't sticking a pickle up my ass and having to walk 50 yards.
I feel like it's like being a police officer or choosing to be a police officer. It's a safe bet. If you join a frat, it's a safe bet. You know you're going to have some kind of connection maybe somewhere down the line. You're going to run into somebody that was a part of the same frat in another college, somewhere else, yada, yada. Y'all might link up. That shit might get you a connection somewhere where it's lucrative to your life and the life you want to live. Now, it's not as lucrative naturally for the gang member thing, unless your gang is a very different gang. If you just an average set in the hood, that might not mean, that's probably not gonna mean shit. 20 years, half them niggas gonna die, the other half gonna end up, a quarter of them niggas gonna die, the other quarter gonna end up in jail, the other quarter either gonna be on drugs or trying to start a business way away from that shit and go legit or rap. So, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it depends. I don't know if it depends on where you come from with it or where you want to go with it. Because kind of like you said, I couldn't see myself joining a frat. I could see myself joining the gang. And it's not even the gay shit necessarily, because I don't know what they do.
I feel like today it's more profitable to be, and this is what's fucked up. I don't condone anybody doing this. Uncle Joe's gonna speak. I feel like it's more profitable today because of the clown fuckery that goes into the image aspect of being an artist to have a street credibility, be an artist, and trying to start or try to become an artist to get into the game to sell records.
I'm not saying for just, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for just artists or just niggas. I'm saying for people as a whole and for you as a person. If you could go back, which one do you think would be more lucrative? I only think it would be the gang shit, because if you told me 10 years ago, A, I would be alive. B, I would still be trying to be bigger than what the fuck I'm doing. And you know what the fuck I've done. I'm still trying to get where I want, because I would have thought I would have hit it already, right? So those two things, and then you show me everything that's going on around me. If you told me that was gonna go on 10 years ago, and then you said, hey, you want to be Crip or Kappa? Yeah, Crip. And then if you explain, maybe
I wouldn't choose Crip, but
I would choose Crip. But anyway, if it was,
that's what makes it different, bro.
If it was the part where a motherfucker tell you, okay, well, the Crips don't, that could go either way, nigga. But if you join this Kappa shit, if you do some gay shit or not, I don't know. But let's say for this you don't have to, and then you just have connections to other people later, the same way you would have connections to other people later just by being affiliated with something. Which one's the better look if you want to be quiet?
That Asian shit, nah, nigga. Because to me, it's the initiation point. Unlike religion is the.
I'd rather get beat up than walk with a pickle up my ass.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like religion is the end game for most people. That's why they join. Whatever you get in the end. For me, when it comes down to what I am, if I was to get into a gang or a frat, it'd be what it takes for me to get in. So it's like, all right, if I gotta just take an ass whooping, for sure, fuck it. I'm gonna defend myself for sure. I'm gonna keep my guard up. This ain't gonna be a fucking massacre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna last however minutes, seconds, or whatever, and fuck it, call it. And I'm gonna be in. I'm not walking with a pickle up my ass for your acceptance. Period. I'm not standing in a hot dog uniform on campus asking students and shit, ask me about my wiener. I'm not doing that.
I feel that. That would be rough.
Gods don't do that shit. But
yeah.
Matter of fact, motherfuckers should actually, while we on this, like, rest in peace, the great Nipsey Hussle. His dad was on Breakfast Club today.
Mm-hmm.
And was explaining a lot of the culture, the African culture that he got, and the reason why he was pretty much like his take on gang culture and shit kind of unified more gangs than just separated them and shit by what he was doing in his own influence, but that was part of his own natural movement.
Mm.
I feel like unifiedly, if I was in that position, that's what I would want to be. If I'm gonna choose gang over Kappa, I'm trying to live up to what Nipsey Hussle was trying to do. I would look at him like Larry Hoover. Like, even though that may not be in the same squad that I would choose, that right now. But it might not be in the same squad I would choose. But it's like, all right, nigga, I'd rather use my influence at a certain point in time to unify all of us because of all out manpower and shit, then keep it away.
All right, well, you still haven't answered the main question, which is which one do you think is more lucrative later? You answered the first question, but not the second one.
I still with the same thing, gang. And the only reason I say that is because I feel like there's probably a similar or a close to statistic of those that join frats today that go on in life to have the same level of.
We're not talking about today. We're talking about, let's say, 10 years ago. That's what we're talking about.
I'm equating that same time to today.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about from then to today.
I'm saying the deliverance of it. So from that time, the deliverance of it to today. The same amount of people that probably are gang, that ain't rappers, that just really every single fucking day, you know what I'm saying, on they shit, on the block shit. Probably the same number or statistic of them or ratio of those motherfuckers that are in frats that didn't go as far as that shit would wonder. Like realistically, they thought it would take them. Just cause you stick the pickle up your ass and walk the fucking 50 yards and shit, and you going and you in the same frat class, graduating class, or in the same house as some dude as the son
just the same fraternity.
What I'm saying, I'm saying as the son of a Fortune 500 company, like billionaire.
That's got nothing.
It don't
to
mean
do
that you're gonna get on later.
That's got nothing to do with it. If you Kappa, you would be Kappa. You'd be Kappa wherever you from. If you was Kappa in Oregon, nigga, you Kappa in Detroit too. You Kappa.
Yeah,
but
Kappa, what I'm saying
gangs don't even work like that. Yeah. Outside of the namesake.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. Like what I'm saying is like it doesn't guarantee success. So
neither of them do. That's why I say the same shit.
So I'm just saying, like, the ratio is probably about the same.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say the ratio is the same. I don't think that. I think
the numbers may not speculate that because the numbers would be crazy, but the ratio might be similar. I would say similar.
I think we're talking people that join and then have a future. I think frats win. No matter what that future is. I think with gangs, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 for you, 50-50 for your homeboys, and 50-50 for everybody that's affiliated with that same set or that same name sake.
Yeah, but it's 50, like, but it's also
50-50 period in life. Yeah, we know that. But we talking about what you can gain from being a part of this group 20 years after you join, 10 years after you join.
It depends on what type of person you are all out an individual.
Yeah, you got to be a certain type of person to join a gang. Like you got to be a certain type of person to join a frat.
What I could be. I know what I could be.
That's the real question. How many niggas are both? How many Kappa Crips is it?
I do know a Crip that joined a fraternity, and I think that motherfucker has some issues. I judge that motherfucker now.
About that part, but still.
No, I judge him now. Like as soon as I was seeing that he was banging what I'm not gonna say like they gang.
I think at that point you're just a follower
or whatever.
But I think at that point you're just a follower. I said I think at that point you're just a follower.
But if you were Crip and then you became you can't uncrip. Like he didn't uncrip. He wasn't not banging for the block that I know of. So you didn't say like fuck the block, but you you are now a part of a frat. And as soon as I seen it on Instagram, the first initial thought I had was like, oh, you did some weird shit to get there, bro. Like that was like off rip.
I think that's every dude that's not in a. I think that's every, especially straight dude that's not in a frat's first thought, because that would be my first thought. You ain't even
gotta do gay shit for real. I think if you gotta do anything in front of people to where it has to demean you as a person.
That's what I was gonna say. Anything that's gay or that's like public embarrassment type shit. That's you pretty much selling your soul for nothing.
Yeah, like I'm not all of my friendships, my real relationships with people are all organic. Meaning, I like your energy, you like my energy, we cool, we connect. Everybody that's within my inner circle, the whole nine. It's just that vibe, like vibes just connect. And that's the way it's been my entire life. I've never had to do shit to gain someone's approval.
Right.
I think that shit corny. So it's like, I'm not going to do stupid shit, especially something that's going to demean me. Meaning like, all right, I might be in this frat, but I have to live with whatever stupid shit I had to do. People see me like that. You know what I mean?
Everybody goes through that though. That's another part of the same shit. You gotta do the same shit in gangs. And you get beat in, nigga, that's super embarrassing. When you go if you go show up to a friend of a friend's fucking beef and you fuck around and get shot, nigga, you gotta deal with that.
Yeah. I just think certain shit is corny. I think conforming to some type of way for people to like you is corny. And that's what I fucking hated about being in a band, bro. Was image.
See, that's what I was just about to say about artists.
I hated that shit. It was just like, it was corny. It was like, I gotta change my image to be more accepting to these group of people that we're marketing to. Like, how about we just market to the people that like our music that's already good?
See, but that's to me, and that's just maybe artist shit, but to me, that's just making it like personal in this business. I'm not being me to fit the image. I can't fit the image if I'm not being me. But at the same time, the ideal image might not be me. Doesn't mean I'm not the image.
I can't box myself. I can't box myself into being something that
I think what I just said is the absolute unboxing of that.
Like, I don't
care what your idea of what that thing is, bitch. If I'm it, I'm it. If I fit it, whatever.
For me,
how many rappers out here that you don't like that got diehard fan bases?
Plenty.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nigga, Tyler the Creator released some music last night. Nigga had the world going crazy, and I was like, I'm okay with that. And it's not like I don't like motherfuckers in Art Future. Like, it's just like, I'm just not a fan of him.
I'm not a fan of any of them.
You don't like the internet?
I think them. I like them, but I'm talking about the original Odd Future. Nah, I think they all can rap. Don't get me twisted. I think they can rap, but
internet makes very good music. That's very, very good music.
The internet, like if they drop something, I'll go to it. But
it take time to motherfucking drop some shit, nigga.
I'm really talking. I guess I'm really talking about Tyler and Earl. If it's Frank or the internet, I'm fucking with it. Tyler and Earl.
I don't know. That last Frank project was trash to me.
It was you talking about Blonde? It was okay.
It was Ballsack, and I'm not trying to be homophobic.
Well, it definitely wasn't Channel Orange. And that nigga definitely takes way too much time in between projects to be delivering mid. Like, straight up. And Blonde was mid.
It was low.
It was mid.
It wasn't Reggie's. It wasn't Reggie's, but
because the mixtape was better than Channel Orange. Channel Orange was still fired. This was mid. Now the scary thing is, if we going on this trajectory, that means the next project gonna be garbage. Like, like if we going on the same trajectory, because you done went from fire to okay to what's next is
at this point. At this point, if he don't release this year, I think, if I'm not mistaken, if he don't release this year, he would be in what I call the retirement stage, which would be the 4-year you haven't released it.
Like, he was in that before. He was in that when he dropped Blind.
No, matter of fact, no. I take that back. Because he was on ASAP Rocky's album on Tessa and shit. He sued him for it. because he didn't like the way he ASAP Rocky used his feature. So yeah, never mind.
Yeah, corny as hell. Anyway, let's get off the serious shit and get to the real shit that we came here to do.
Pray for Mello.
Oh man.
And Haiti.
All I know is
and don't be sending motherfucking KG and Lala and Mello DMs, bro. That shit nasty. That shit
all I'm saying is
he was there for that. That shit was hilarious, but it's foul now. It's like, come on, bro.
All I'm saying is this. I'm trying to make sure my next box of Honey Nut Cheerios ain't in a box. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's gonna be in a box, but not cardboard, nigga. Yeah, you feel me?
I can't respect you if you hit Lala, bro. I can't respect you after that.
You, I'm hitting.
I can't respect you there. I can't respect you. I couldn't respect you after that.
Fuck about your respect, nigga. In that sense, I don't give a fuck about your respect, nigga. Fuck out of here. Hey, we all love Hoodie Mello, but you know,
nah, nigga, I'm a Mello fan from way back, way back.
Hey, Syracuse for me, but
Oak Hill for me. When he played in high school.
Whatever.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, Lala, dog.
Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it,
Lala, dog.
There's certain people like women that is like, if I were single, I just wouldn't touch because I have so much respect for whom their significant other is or was, or at least their baby daddy was.
Lala. No disrespect to Mello. No disrespect to their children. If Lala wanted to do something nasty to you, you gonna tell her no?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You was a lying motherfucker.
I'm gonna have to.
You was a lying motherfucker. You ain't cheat on your wife for Lala?
No, not for Lala. Not for Lala. Nah. That wouldn't be. That wouldn't.
You ain't gonna hide it for Lala, nigga. What the fuck, dog?
No, she 41. No, like, nah, she's not. No. I mean, you're like, yeah, she cold. Yeah, she.
I'll take 41 to 21. She been cold, dog.
Yeah, she cold. I like the way she's morphed after she gave birth. But
I've been liking Lala since MTV News.
Like Lauren London's one of them too, nigga. Lauren London, one of them too.
Okay, that's different. That's Nipsey.
Don't let me be like, don't let me be fucked up and somebody say something bad about Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle when I'm fucked up. I'm knocking somebody the fuck out on sight. You don't even have to ask.
Listen, all I'm saying is this. Lauren London was fully on the market before that happened. That's all I'm saying. So Lauren London was fully on the market and available to be pulled until that happened.
No.
Once that happened,
no.
Goes back to my Black Sam thing.
I think
you got the game, bro.
I think everybody knew what was up after that nigga showed up to the BET Awards and smacked the shit out of dude when he walked in that bitch with the fucking with the blue jumpsuit on and shit and the flip flops.
Yeah, that was a beautiful.
You knew he wasn't to be fucked with. And that was just on some minor disrespect shit. So you won't think.
But see, that was disrespect to him. That's what I'm saying. It's one thing you ain't gonna disrespect. You ain't gonna disrespect Lauren trying to pull her. Let's go back in time.
We can't do that. We gotta honor the dead, bro. That's foul.
Let's just say
foul, bro.
Go back in
time.
What kings do. We go back in time. Nipsey's alive.
That's not what kings do.
Lauren's in a mall by herself. You know it's Lauren. Let's say you a fan of Nipsey, but you don't follow the news, so you don't know she with Nipsey. And she's mad at Nipsey that day, and yeah, she wants to talk.
I gotta move to Honduras and shit. That's fucked up.
I mean, you could smash, but you probably had to move after you smash.
Because like if I come to like know who that is, like, oh shit, I respect dude for real, like respect him. That's fucked up because I know I'm not fucking.
Yeah, wouldn't that be? I don't want to use him for that example. Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be fucked up if you was like a Kanye super fan and then you fuck Kim not knowing that they was like together?
That'd be fucked up for Ezekiel, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They probably be hurt.
Oh, bitch, you didn't tell me you was with the one and only. Bitch.
No, I think what they would really think would be some shit like, now I've probably corrupted his creative process because I've created a void. So now every time
left
after
my
that,
seed in her.
Yeah, now every time after that he releases terrible music, they gonna feel it's their fault.
Another example. If you let's rewind it back to dark fantasy.
Oh, let's not.
Let's rewind it back to dark fantasy.
Do we have to?
Yes,
we got other things on the docket, yo.
We do, but let's rewind it back to that and then get to that. Let's rewind it back to dark fantasy.
Pray for Mello.
Shout out to Mello and Lala. I hope y'all work that shit out because I really do like both of y'all. And shout out to Nipsey and Lauren. Rest in peace, Nipsey.
She not working that out with him, dog.
Probably not.
She filed for divorce.
I know.
Yeah, it don't look good.
Where was I going with that?
You weren't going nowhere with it. It was
what was I saying?
I said we got other things on the docket.
What was I saying before that, motherfucker?
I forgot.
Fuck you. Move on. I forgot.
So I know you didn't see this. So Dame, the great Dame Dash that he is being sued by Rockefeller. Now,
the great record company that they are.
Yeah. Now, when I was like, wait, how in the fuck is this happening?
Or
and why? Well, and why is this happening? So apparently, for whatever Dame's ownership is or percentage is in ownership of Reasonable Doubt, he was trying to sell Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z's album, as an NFT, an auction.
Like the whole thing?
Yes. And Rockefeller had to step in on the first one and like the original auction and was like, yo, we ain't doing that. So that got pulled. Judge stepped in and whatnot. So this nigga went off and was like, all right, fuck it. And tried another NFT and tried to do it again. And that had to go through a court appeal process to get that shit shut down. But it ain't saying that he's not going to try it again. But what they were like, from what I read, they're trying to attempt him from being able to use whatever he does own of a part of it as being able to use it for that. My thing is if you don't own the entirety of some shit, don't try to exclusively sell some shit as anything on my behalf and or yours.
Yeah. I like Dame.
I see what you might be thinking that you're doing, but
you're not really selling your percentage to the NFT. You can't do that with that. And he knows that.
Yeah.
So that's my question.
He'd have to own all of Reasonable Doubt.
Not necessarily, but no, but they would have to have talked about that and made an agreement.
Apparently there was none.
At the very least, I feel like, I don't know for sure, but at the very least, I feel like that they would had to have been a call to Jay and his people. Like, yo, I want to do this. Do you want to do this? And let's cut something up, get some money. But you can't, like, if you own 10% of Reasonable Doubt, you can't make all of Reasonable Doubt an NFT and be like, oh, well, I'm only doing it for 10%. No, that's not how that works.
Nah, yeah. In my opinion, even if you decide that you was gonna do,
let's say you just owned even the album cover, you wanted to turn the album cover
at an NFT, and let's just say it makes, let's be real, $100 million as an NFT at auction. Let's just throw some shit out here. And Jay would probably be like, that's it? That's what we got on splits? 100 million? Nah. Wasn't worth it. It wouldn't be worth it. That's a classic album. That's a classic album in hip hop. I don't give a fuck what genre you like to listen to.
It'd be different if, like, I want to say, like, if like Dame owned like the cover. Like if that was his ownership in it, like if he owned like the Reasonable Doubt cover, you could turn that into an NFT.
Yeah.
If you own that. But if you just own a percentage of everything, unless you're literally selling your percentage of it, I don't think you can just, I don't know how NFTs even work like that. I don't have enough money to play that game.
You can't do that. First off,
I don't think you can do that.
You can't even do that without calling Nas. Because Nas actually has a credit for dead presidents.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother thing though. That's not that, because he has a credit. He gets royalties for that. So that's not, I'm sure he's not worried about that. That's not that. Jay-Z still owns the album, I'd imagine, all of it. So you got to talk to him and his people about that. Like,
regardless, nigga,
you don't have to talk to everybody that's credited on a project to forward a project, but like you got to talk to the nigga that owns it, the majority of it at least.
I see that point, but yeah,
because obviously, I guess he doesn't own. If Dame owns a part of it, obviously Jay doesn't own all of it, but there has to have had.
But
they're both still getting paid off that album.
He owns his masters, but he does have to give a royalty.
That's what I'm saying. They're both still getting paid off of that album.
Yeah,
but I don't think you can like. I don't think I can like do a song with somebody, and then they turn my shit into an NFT because they helped make the song. If it's my song featuring you, you can't do that. Like,
still, I think that's some wild ass shit. Like,
at least I would feel away.
Even
you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, even if it's on my behalf, nigga. Even if you saying like, yo, I'm gonna make something off this album. Like, I'm gonna try and make $1 billion off this album. Something that has never been done off one album before. That may be impressive. That's something that, like, I'm sure even Jay like, all right, for sure.
Thriller ain't made $1 billion yet. Thriller had to make $1 billion.
I mean, probably not as an NFT.
No, not that. But I mean, like
it'd probably be like the biggest. Yeah, $1 billion.
Michael Jackson generated billions of dollars for record companies, like billions. I know Thriller had to have itself sold at least $1 billion worth of shit.
Oh yeah, niggas selling shit today.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The fucking Jackson family still fighting over his estate. They ain't bullshitting over that.
Exactly.
They about to kill each other over that shit.
That's a lot of money. I don't blame them.
Yeah. But yeah, so you want to take a break before we do these last segments and get the fuck out of here, or you want to just get the fuck out and just go straight into the segments?
I got a urinate, and yeah. I mean, was that it on the Dame Dash shit? I mean,
that was pretty much it.
It was just him trying to sell an NFT, and they stopped.
Yeah, he's trying to sell it.
Then the question is, why the fuck is he doing that?
There was no reasoning given, like in the article that I read. I mean, that I wrote.
Because he knows.
I mean, read.
Okay, he knows what. I know he's not stupid. He knows what he knows. So like, what does he know that we don't know that he thinks could let him do that?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, any theory that I come up with, it doesn't make sense. And to me, because I feel like there's, what you can and can't do, Dane. So
he ain't been in the record business for a minute, but like,
right. So like, my thing is like, what's the play, and as to why? Like, why is it just like, My thing is like, why is it one day you kind of just like, yo, I think reasonable doubt should be an NFT?
No, that's a great thought to have. The question is, why didn't you run that past everybody you had to run that to? Why did you think just because you had whatever stake you had in the creation of
I'm
that
sure they've
album?
made their statements and claims as to why. And
I'm sure he has too, but
and that's why the lawyer stepped in and was like, nah, bro.
I mean, I'm sure him and Jay-Z not the coolest today, but like, nigga, you couldn't have made that phone call. Like, they probably not like, hey, let's link up and watch the game.
Like I said,
but
even
like,
on my behalf,
I can call you, nigga. Like, you want to do this?
Even on my behalf. Like,
because I know you don't want to call the nigga and ask for no money. And I know if you need the money, you could have found a better way than that. So why are you doing that play?
Look, man, like, for example, if you got word that another podcast company wanted to buy our show, just this show, wanted to buy this show for $1 million, but and steps and everything like that, once you sign the show over, we wouldn't be ownership of it, and we could actually be fired and show can move on. And that happens on day one. Now, granted,
you can't have that clause, and you gotta give me more than $1 million.
just for the spec, though. It's just easier to do the numbers. Now, we could both walk away for $500,000, more than we've seen in our lives. You could both walk away with that.
Okay.
It would be life-changing money. We could keep going on and no problem.
Make another podcast.
Yeah. Just like Jay-Z has plenty of more albums. But if that split don't look good off the shit, especially excuse me, of what I've made over time already on the album till now, and what I will make in the future, nah, fam. We not doing nothing with one of my whole projects. It's gonna do what it's gonna do.
I don't know.
You're not gonna make that call on my work on an album. And I'm saying this, and I'm not a rapper. You wouldn't make
I just feel like I don't
like fuck that.
That's what I was saying with the feature thing. But at the same time, I don't know how NFTs work well enough to know what that split would be, but I know there's a bunch of bidding and shit that you can. It's like an auction.
Yeah, it is an auction. Like, from what I read, I could understand so much because I felt like there was a lot of extra words and commas and places and sentences that didn't need to be there to be able to explain something. But yeah, like, from the gist of what I got, yeah, like, it's an auction involved, and I don't like it. Pretty much it's formed into like a digital currency. I don't know, so something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
non-fungible token.
Yeah, like, you get refunded the money for it because it's an auction, so somebody bought it from a bid. So you get paid, but it becomes something else.
It's like an art thing. Like, it's like buying art, basically. Like, you know how like you spend $500,000 on art, and like if you want to sell it, you can sell it for $500,000 or more.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was kind of thinking. It was that's like, basically, all right, you're just buying it for that. But my whole thing is this: if I buy Reasonable Doubt as an NFT, and I'll bid it, like, let's say I buy it for $500 million. Does that $500 million go to Dame and, you know what I'm saying, whoever the seller was, and I'm the only one on the planet we call Earth that's able to listen to Reasonable Doubt that doesn't have a hard copy of it?
No, that's not how it works. You just own. It's like, you know how like you buy like some diamonds or some shit, and they give you like a certificate of authenticity that those diamonds are real.
Yeah.
It's like kind of from what I understand, buying like a certificate of authenticity. So you can be like, hey, no, I really do own a part of this thing. Let's say reasonable doubt. So if 10% of let's say Dame owns 10%, he's auctioning off 10% of reasonable doubt or selling 10% of reasonable doubt. You're just buying that. And then later you can say, hey, I own 10% of reasonable doubt. And then even you can go and resell it and split it up in other percentages. And now you own 2% and your homeboy own 2% and da 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 da.
So
I don't think you can auction off percentages, but if you make something
I
out
was
of the
about to say,
thing,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
so now you own some way, somehow, a piece of what Jay-Z has already created. So that goes back to what I'm saying. So does that go into, since you own the 10% of this album now?
Imagine buying something in a museum.
If it went like, if it, let's,
and just
God,
having the receipt God forbid, for it.
Jay-Z dies.
Yeah, God forbid.
And we just go ham on the streaming services like we all would. And that goes number one, the first ever Jay-Z joint.
Right.
Goes number one. Are you getting like stream cash like a motherfucker because you own this 10% now?
No, you just if you bought that 10% for half a bill, that half a bill now is probably worth $2 billion. So now you just got something worth $2 billion when you spend half a bill on it. It's like buying a fucking Basquiat for $500,000 and then you fucking 3 years later, because of something happened, it's now worth $5 million.
Then your pot increases. That's
it's like buying, it's like buying art. Like I said, imagine buying something in a museum and only having the receipt for it.
It's kind of fucked up. I gotta wait for Jay-Z to die for some shit like that. That's like a long-term investment. But I feel that,
because if Jay-Z did, Eminem just did this shit a couple weeks ago, made a couple $1 million off of that shit, bro. If Jay wanted to come out tomorrow and sell reasonable doubt as an NFT and want the bidding to start at $50,000, that's the starting point. And then wherever it goes, and where it sells, then that's what it's worth. And then whatever happens to the value of that from that point, now that thing is worth whatever that is.
That shit gonna be in the motherfucking vote of a Sony CEO in Japan's like penthouse home, nigga, under 24-hour surveillance and security.
And hey, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure
where is the Wu-Tang
40% right. In Martin Scully's basement somewhere while he's rotting in prison. That nigga still got a couple years left. Fuck that nigga.
We need to get that Wu-Tang album. I want to hear that shit.
I'm surprised anybody broke in his crib yet.
We got to go get it. We have to go get this Wu-Tang album because
that boy still got about 2-3 years on his sentence.
According to Mike's and Men on Showtime and shit, Ghostface and them were not very pleased that album was made. So
that, and they weren't pleased at who bought it.
Yeah, and why it was done that way.
Yeah, shout out to RZA. I gotta pee.
You irresponsible bastard. Go piss.
Whatever. Oh wait, can I hit pause? Are you gonna let me fucking hit it? Thank you. And we back. Oh, okay, lady. They added a Zoom lady.
I don't like that shit, dog.
I don't like it either.
It's like, don't talk to me, Robo White Lady, and let me know when the recording is in progress. I know when the recording is in progress because there's a recording sign in the left hand top corner that says recording, and there's a red dot with bleeping. I think that is universal code for we are recording. We're live.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hey, Zoom, I don't know who the fuck told you all to add that, but take it off. Or show me how to take it off.
Can I change the accent on my Robo Lady?
At least that. Make her British. Shit.
Yeah, mine's British. Like on my phone, my Siri.
That's what mine is.
Yeah. I call my Siri M.
Give me a British chick, man.
She be telling me shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't like what she be telling me, but it's like, damn, I gotta go do that shit now.
Y'all know Americans like British people talking to them crazy. Anyway,
they think I think because we're like stupider, we think they're smarter because they talk fancy.
As ironic as it is to bring up the UK, I'm gonna leave that topic because it's sad, and I'm gonna go straight to Florida on you motherfuckers before we get to our segment. You know why? Because we all love Florida, baby. It's Florida. What you mean? It's Florida, nigga. You ain't never been to Orlando. You ain't never hugged Goofy on that fucking boat just off the coast, motherfucker. Huh? You ain't never been to SeaWorld, nigga. You ain't never been to SeaWorld.
But this is what I will say. I will say this in your regard. I do believe some way, somehow, when we start doing live shows, the turnout in Florida is gonna be good. Mm-hmm. Something just tells you, oh,
for sure. And it's either going to be for a really good reason
they're gonna love
or a really bad reason. They're either going to love the fact we shit on them so much.
District, you do a Florida man story.
All right, nigga, what's your name?
I was like, we'll start with you. Most traumatic experience from your childhood. Let's go.
Facts. But yeah, the great state of Florida. I would have saved this normally on this podcast. For those of you that don't know, this would have gone into a segment I stole from the one and only Charlamagne the God called Guess What Race It Is. And I do mean stole.
But it would be so blatantly obvious.
I was drunk and thought I created it myself. And then I realized it was him. And I just kind of went in my subconscious and I was like, oh, that'd be a good idea. I've explained it before.
This is the man to be on the darkest corner of the not dark web until it gets like you be coasting on the border of like the dark web, like you would see the border and you'd be like, nah, I don't want to go there. He doesn't make that right or make.
I just haven't gotten a VPN yet. When I get a VPN, I'll probably go on there. Seriously, that's the only reason I haven't been on there. But
my God.
Because I'm very interested. But yeah, would have went and guessed what race it is. And I figured the story and headline was so great that I had to isolate this one. Maybe we'll make it its own segment, who knows? But I definitely thought everyone here would enjoy this. Of the
Florida Man.
Maybe we could call it that. But
make a comic book out of that shit.
For real. But the headline cracks me up or has cracked me up every time I've looked at it. I've looked at it so much. I don't know if I'm numb to it or if I just haven't read the full story yet. But I want to read it here today with you all. And we're going to start with the headline from CBS 4 Miami.
This shit is wild. I already know.
Here we go. Florida man throws baby at deputy following high-speed chase.
I don't know how funny. I'm sorry. I don't know how it was instantly funny.
For those of you that didn't hear it, I repeat. Florida man throws baby at police or at deputy following high-speed chase.
That's crazy as fuck.
Dramatic new video has been released of a Florida man who led police on a wild high-speed chase in Indian River County right before he threw his infant baby at a deputy. Deputy Jacob Kirby caught the flying baby as other deputies rushed in to arrest 32-year-old John Henry James III. Guess what fucking race it is? According to the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, a deputy spotted James in a Nissan Rogue. Nissan gang, driving erratically in Vero Beach on May 26th. When he refused to stop, a 40-minute pursuit ensued, much of it captured on deputies' patrol dash cameras as well as a police helicopter. The video shows him striking the front end of a detective's vehicle, dodging roadblocks and avoiding an attempted stop stick deployment. He ran over another set of stop sticks, but they did not disable the car. Eventually, he became boxed in but bailed out, grabbed his 2-month-old son, 2-month-old son, who had been in the car with him, and threw the child in the direction of the deputy. The deputy was able to catch the baby and take him to safety. The baby was not hurt, so you know this nigga played football at some point. James then tried.
Peyton Manning.
Clutch as hell. James then tried to run, but was caught. Deputy said he continued to resist arrest. You know, once he was in the car, he started talking about he couldn't breathe. Da.
No, I can't play that, bro. Sorry. You threw a baby. You can't play that.
My favorite part is after this next paragraph. This is the paragraph before it, though. James is charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated child abuse plus aggravated battery on an officer, firefighter, and EMT, battery on the same reckless driving, and resisting arrest with violence. Now, Sheriff Eric Flowers said of the following incident, on which Mr. James is currently being held without bond, what may be quote of the year. And you tell me if you've heard a better one. Sheriff Eric Flowers said, following the incident, "You can't throw a baby at us and expect us to treat you like a kid with gloves." That's just real. That's just real.
That's a real statement.
That's just real. That's just real. I don't know who Eric voted for in 2016, but damn it, that's real. Or 2020, but damn it, that's real.
Pretty caught the baby though. You know what? Shout out to the throw and shout out to the hands of the deputy.
No, not shout out to the throw.
It was a good throw.
No, throw it. It couldn't very well not been. What if the deputy hadn't played football in high school? Then what? What if he was a nerd? Well, and baby fumbled and dead baby, nigga.
Now then that's your fault, sir. That you shouldn't have been in the field. You
Two things you don't fumble in this world: bags and babies, nigga. What's wrong with you?
So, if I throw fucking 50 grand and dope money to you and shit, because we about to get out here and shit out of this shootout, and we gonna be good after this. Say fuck these niggas. We up now. And you nah, bro, you shouldn't even be out here.
Me fumble $50,000 or back.
Neither. Catch both.
I ain't a wide receiver.
T.O., nigga.
I ain't a wide receiver.
We know George ain't T.O. We know
George definitely fumbling both. No, George will fumble the baby and the bag.
George is Dez Bryant in year 10. Like he okay. George is Dez Bryant in year 10. He okay. He decent. Ain't got the best hands. Ain't got the best.
You know you could trust him with the baby. Just don't know if you could throw it at him. There you go.
Nah, he got small hands.
That's what I'm saying.
He dropped it back.
Yeah.
You had like you almost had to like be almost precise at what deputy you was throwing the baby to.
I'd imagine he's had run-ins with these niggas before. I'd imagine.
Oh shit! I know that nigga.
Like, God damn it, James! Ah, shit.
Everybody doesn't have criminal activity records like you, nigga, where they know the officers that be pulling them over.
Shut the fuck up. Plenty of people do. What are you talking about?
And everybody don't, nigga.
Of course not. Everybody doesn't have a fucking record, motherfucker.
Well, every criminal don't.
Yeah, right. Every criminal doesn't have a record either.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying every criminal getting hit by the same niggas like, dog. Yes, you know I'm dealing though, nigga. Like,
to be honest,
I ain't doing nothing to you.
to be honest, the only reason they kept catching me was because they was watching. So
stop being under surveillance.
I didn't know. Well, I guess because I didn't know I was, but you know. And it's when we say surveillance, let's use that word very loosely because it wasn't surveillance. It was like the laziest. It was literally, hey, sit in a corner and see if he fucking drives by. Like it was that.
Well, yeah, well, in the area in which you live, nigga, you might as well have been public enemy number one. They ain't got nothing else better to do.
I think I was for about 2 years.
Oh yeah, you ain't even moving no bricks,
nigga. And they had a whole heroin ring out there that they caught fucking
nigga.
Year after.
You wasn't moving no bricks. You wasn't swiping no cars.
You
keep
catching me, but you missing these niggas, huh?
Right? Like you wasn't pimping no hoes. No. Like you wasn't doing nothing.
I think when I moved out there, I was maybe selling weed. Maybe. I think I might have stopped by then. I don't even know.
You was like the white hillbilly dude and making a murderer and shit. They were just fucking with you because they ain't like your ass.
I'm not that retarded, but yeah.
Like I was just trying not to be the retarded motherfucking nephew and shit. They're like, oh, we know that nigga too. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't trying to be that nigga, bro.
Dog, they pull all of y'all over. They pull all of y'all over. We ain't gonna talk about that anyway.
No, I don't want to fuck with you where you live at. That's just petty. Like,
I mean, where I'm at now ain't no better. I done dealt with these niggas longer than them. They don't know me like that, but they did at one point.
Like, let me live, nigga. Like, can I live?
Anyway, huh?
Can I live?
And them niggas was one of the first police to ever whoop my first experience was police brutality was in this city. I mean,
they Rodney busied you.
They did. I was 14. It was terrible. Bruised and everything.
Wasn't no white people out there with no video cameras to capture that shit. That's why you didn't like nobody.
Nigga, I was screaming for help. White people was walking past me like, the fuck?
It's a terrible
Let them do their job. Like, yo, shit.
Let them do their job apprehending an unarmed nigger and they're beating him.
Like, what do you mean? Ass for doing donuts and selling weed in the parking lot. I was a kid. I'm sorry. I
want to whoop your ass too. Oh shit.
And you know the fucked up part was I didn't even get no bags off that night.
Probably the real racist part of that whole shit was probably them thinking like he has no like positive male influence in his life, so we're gonna beat his ass for him. That was the only. That was really the only racist part of the whole shit. Cause you needed your ass beat.
I remember I pulled into a parking space acting like I was asleep. Said. I see them niggas pull in the parking lot. I said, "Oh shit! I know they're here for me. I know they're here for me."
Oh damn! Nigga. I'm asleep,
bro. I pulled one of them niggas knocked on the window. Step out the car. What?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah,
I don't know. In like 2 seconds, I was like on the car like these. Stop resisting. Pop, pop, pop. Stop, motherfucker.
That's terrible. Help. That's terrible. See, you should like they make a testimony to this. Maybe you should get paid or have Black Lives Matter like fight for you and shit, fight for your rights.
Nigga, that was almost 15 years ago.
It didn't undo the trauma that's been dawned onto you, Bishop.
Oh no, definitely not. But still, you know, it's America. What you want?
See, you need justice.
I need Tamika.
And she gonna get you justice.
And a couple other things if I'm lucky.
Yeah. We're gonna move into this last segment and shit, and we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. I got two, but I let that bitch breathe segment and shit.
Let that bitch
breathe. And I got to breathe. So I got to completely breathe. And then, you know what I'm saying? Partially breathing. You know what I mean? I already stand, not Stanley, for Ransom anyway. But he dropped the, yeah, I kind of do. But that motherfucker dropped an album again. 7 on June 7th. 7 tracks, never long. At least what he's been putting on as of lately. He kind of figured out that formula. So everything he kind of like impacts together is almost always heat rock.
Right.
Production's always really good. Features really, really good, very well. As an album conducted, this niggas is in a role right now. I'm not gonna overall critique the album as anything more than what I compared to his last project as a totality, which was the director's cut joints. Now, if you put them all together, I think it's like 16 songs, 1 through 3. But if you compare it to just like parts of it, it's better than better than others. Right. Lloyd Banks has a dope ass. Lloyd Banks and Royce the 5'9" got dope ass features on that motherfucker. Like both them niggas got heat features. Ransom is like serving up heat, right? I think if you're a young listener, if you an aware motherfucker, if you're aware of yourself and you're not a dumb nigga, you probably should listen to this music. I'm gonna keep it a beat. If you just a casual hip hop listener, it's probably not for you. Only in the simple fact of the nigga saying some shit all the way through.
Yeah, no, Ransom been spitting for almost 3 decades, probably.
Yeah, now he like on Super Saiyan level. Like he finally got there.
I know. Like, I think I heard a Ransom.
And he's stunting with it.
I think I heard a Ransom in like 05, 04. That's when I first heard a Ransom.
I heard a Ransom. New York rap. It was way after that. I think it was like 2011, 2012. Maybe when I heard of him.
That was probably when he got out of jail.
I think it might have been.
Because he was in jail for a minute. He was on some shit and he went to jail for a while.
Yeah.
He came
out. For a hot minute and then came back out. And he was trying to catch back up. But like the heat rock that he been serving it's all that. But if you were an older listener, or I mean older, I mean like you ain't gotta be like fucking 40 years old. But you pay bills, you're out there on your life and shit, you know what I mean? You seen some shit in the streets, done some shit, have an appreciation for like raw, real hip hop where niggas are spitting. This album's for you. If you love hip hop, this album for you. You know what I mean? It's something to appreciate in the world because it's like every week I gotta look for the motherfucking like real hip hop, the real nitty gritty, like, you know what I'm saying, tissue in the Memorex shit. Every week I have to look for it. You know what I mean? Because it's like what's put in your face on every fucking algorithm. Well, I don't care whether it's Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music. It's always I would guess the younger generation, like the younger rap. And I'm like, now I think I'm at that point where I'm nearing 30. The shit that they trying to push market out there first ain't for me no more. It's not in my age group.
Yeah.
So it's like I
realized that 2-3 years ago where I was like, this not for us.
No, I saw.
But then I think back on it. I think
saw
back
the sound wave changing was like I thought that wasn't for us, but it's like all right, certain niggas.
I can get with the sound
wave
change. It's
you know what I'm saying, and be great at it.
I can get with the sound. It's the fucking material. Is what you're talking about. But then I think about it. Excuse me. Then I think about it. A lot of the rappers when we were younger, we would listen to that we thought were the greatest ones. We either listened to when they were in their mid to late 20s or were in their mid to late 20s. Like I never found a teenage rapper cool when I wasn't a kid, or when for any time after being a kid.
I explained on the last podcast. It was like when it was corny when we was young. It was like we didn't look at it as corny and shit, but it was like for me, like I was explaining on the last one, the difference was like what I knew rappers were wasn't the pop shit that I was listening to.
Right.
It wasn't corny. Right. In my head, it wasn't like hip hop was never in any way corny. And I think it was because when I at my point of awareness that I knew it existed, Tupac shortly got killed right after that, and so did Biggie. Right. So it's like this shit's real. You know what I mean? This shit's raw. The content was raw and real. Niggas died over it. Like so it was like this whole subliminal, like this isn't no joke. Yeah. So I take this genre seriously as what I ain't saying every rapper is saying what they are saying is true and that they actually did. But it was like this, it was this rawness about it. You know what I mean? That was like indifferent.
I don't think that gave me that image of hip hop then. I didn't know what hip hop was when Tupac and Biggie died. I remember them dying. I knew what hip hop was like as like a sound, but I didn't know what it meant. So it was like when they died, it was just like, oh, I remember seeing that guy. And I've seen that guy before. What happened to them? And as I got older, it was like, oh. You know.
I remember what it meant when both happened because I was there and I saw what it meant to everybody around, like the people around me that was actually grieving over it. I'm like
I remember that MTV news report of Tupac being shot.
Yeah.
Like I remember.
But I was a young bull, and at that point in time, when they were alive, the only songs I knew by either of them,
I don't know why that stuck out
that I ever heard was "More Money, More Problems" by Big, and "I Ain't Mad at You" by Pac. That was all I knew while they were alive. You know what I'm saying? Up until that,
I don't even think I knew the music when they were alive. I knew "More Money, More Problems." That was it. And maybe
"I Ain't
Big
Mad
Papa,
at You" is like one of my favorite songs of all time. I don't even think my favorite top 5 songs of all time reach out of 2010. But
no, they wouldn't. Those were the times when you were in your most youthful.
No, there are songs that I like that aren't. I mean, like that I love that were like before my time. It's in my top 5, but it's like regardless. That time, like that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? But it's like and I really love that song still to this day. But when I saw my cousins, my brothers, like everybody that was when Pac and Big passed, it was a solemn day. So it was like I already had this preconception of
before I even remember people being sad off of TV.
It was like shit, nigga. Like whoever I'm listening to was mad respected, and like and by that point I'm like already listening to DMX, already listening to Jay, I'm already listening to M and shit. Right. So they already giving they flowers up to it, and I'm like, all right, these people are really respected. These are the GOATs, so to speak. And then there goes the knowledge and the research and all. You go from there. But
see, nigga, I was into pop music first, so I didn't get I was kind of shielded from hip hop at first. So I was I got the pop vibe at that probably same time you got that vibe. I was into I was listening to whatever pop band was big in the late 90s or whatever pop star was big. And then I think as like the later 90s came, then it was more hip hop. Like I think I said that before, the first fucking hip hop video I saw was Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, you did say that. But yeah, it's for that hip hop fan. Like Ransom 7 is definitely breathing. That bitch is breathing for all the way through.
You know how I found out about Ransom?
What up?
Joe Budden. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, I said that's how I found out
when they
about
played Mastermind on the podcast.
No, when they had like a little beef.
Oh, that's where you found out about.
That's how I found out about Ransom originally.
Yeah, there's a.
Cause I think that was like early 2000s or some shit.
Yeah, there's like a story to that nigga. Like Ransom in a completely different good place and shit now.
I believe it.
You know,
but yo, you know, Rory and Ma finally started their podcast.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I watched the first 10 minutes of it. It was
Were you entertained?
I was entertained. I just wasn't in the mood to watch an hour of it at the time because it's like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I saw that on my. It's on my.
I watched it though, and I enjoyed what I saw.
I was like, I don't have time for this shit right now.
Yeah, but it was like their first episode. I watched it and I enjoyed what I saw. It was
I'm
cool.
like watching
but they were like
watching a crime doc about a serial killer and shit like right now, and it's like really intriguing psychologically.
Shout out to my motherfucking Twitch stream, bro. If you listen to this fucking podcast and you fucking like me and the bullshit I be talking, I'm gonna
start on Twitch now?
Yeah, I did my first stream like a couple days ago on my phone. But when I get my camera, I'm going to fucking start doing true crime streams because I see everybody doing that shit and like fucking it's been popping up as like a new little thing.
You were terrible.
I've been watching them shits. I'm saying it's like watching, like, you know how I showed y'all, like when y'all come over here, like before we do the show, like I show y'all them interrogation videos and shit like that. Yeah, like that's like a popping thing. Like that's just starting to like pop on shit now. Like everybody starting to do that shit.
I'm surprised people haven't been doing that. It's just really entertaining. Like it's one of them. I understand because I understand me and you smoke a lot of weed. So sometimes you get caught up in some shit like, oh, that's interesting. Right. And even when you get like this is stupid and you want to turn it off, you just kind of just
still watch it.
Still end up watching it. You know what I mean?
And you know it's dumb, but you like, what is the point of this?
Bro, I saw like this is like I got one more to critique before this, but like it was a whole history doc. I get it was like one of those, I guess it would be a crime doc for the 1960s on Amazon Prime, and it was about the gangsters. It was about Bonnie and Clyde, John Dillinger, and
shit.
Fuck. Oh, it was three of them. It was somebody else. But it was like really classic, like old, and they just showed like old footage, and it was this voice of, and then this happened, and like it was just like a regular like narration.
It's like boring as shit.
Yeah, but it was like I was into it, and I was like, maybe I'm gonna find out some shit that I never heard before, and it might be quite interesting to me.
Nope.
And that pisses me off. Every time I fall for that shit, I'm just like, so do I just know a lot about gangster lore, just like off the rip already? And I'm just like,
pretty much.
Am I at that point? Like,
probably. Excuse me. Probably. Because I noticed that about John Dillinger and Bonnie and Clyde. Only thing I want to see from Bonnie and Clyde that I haven't seen or that I already know is that live action shit they did on the History Channel, that little mini series. I want to watch that.
Iman Hirsch.
They did like 2 or 3. I think A&E did one, History Channel did one. Whichever one was the best one, or whichever one was the trailer I saw.
Really good.
Maybe it's that one I'm thinking of, but
because that was the last one that kind of captured everything as a new dynamic to me, which was
that's the thing. I know everything about the story, so yeah, I want to see the live action one, but I don't want to see everything play out the way I already know it. You know what I'm saying?
It was like the one with Iman Hirsch and I can't remember.
Give me some actual acting, nigga.
Yeah, like the I can't believe I remember the chick that was like playing alongside her, like that played Bonnie, but that one was good because it gave a different take on everything that I never really kind of thought of before.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it was just like at the time, I think when that came out, I was in Cali when that came out, so I had to be like the end of 2013. So when or top of 2014 when I seen it. And I was like, that's really it kind of, so it was like about 7 years ago. So it kind of took me like, yo, that's fine. For sure. Like I was kind of like taking a shit the next morning on the toilet, still thinking about it. Like, that shit crazy. I never thought about it like that before. You know what I mean? But last critique I got for Let That Bitch Breathe is Lloyd Banks. He does have a project out. He did release an album, The Curse of the Inevitable. Now, like, what was it, about 2 years ago? A year and a half ago, where he was like tweeting like he didn't, nobody was looking for Lloyd Banks music. And then everybody got grimy all of a sudden, and griminess became cool. Thanks to Griselda and 38 Special, all them niggas are doing all that shit in like the North New York and shit.
Yeah.
And then Lloyd Banks comes back and then release all Heat Ride. Now, I'm gonna keep it real about this one.
That's kind of my problem with Banks. Go ahead, I'll tell you though.
I'm gonna keep it a beam. Like it's
no,
like
go ahead and say what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna tell you.
But I'm gonna keep this. This album is 2 albums in one. I think for 2021, it's like 19 records, and all of them are good. Like I'm not even gonna front you. All of them are really good records. Every feature's good. You got Gibbs on that bitch. You got a couple other features. Like, it's shit's lit. But I feel like it was just too long in construction in totality for 2021. There's actually a point in the midpoint of the album where you think the album.
I think any album over fucking 12 tracks is too long.
But it's like almost like I wouldn't say it was
like for anybody.
It's not a double. But I'm saying it's not a double. It's not a double disc for sure. But it's like a point where the trajectory of the album is gonna.
Yeah, because Nick, is it like 19 2-minute songs?
No.
It's full. How is it not a double?
No, I'm saying it's not a double disc. It's not a
obviously.
It's not a level. It's not a 1 through 11 and then a 1 through 8. It's
okay. So he didn't split it up like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Okay. It's not like a double.
I thought you were saying something else.
Yeah. It's like there's a point in the album where the trajectory and the vibe should actually just like boom. You should end it right there. But when right when that point happens, you get this other startup right there, like right after the song, like the song right after that or something. So when now you're getting this whole new vibe into a whole new ending. So what I'm like listening to it, I love the project. But I felt like he could have pimped this for way more than what it was by making 2 almost like DMX in it. Like you could have released 2 great projects if you just split them up in half and have them more digestible as a whole listening session.
Right.
Because when I listened to it at first initially was when I was coming back from your crib last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the way.
Yeah, because we talked about it a little bit last week.
Yeah.
Like I said the intro. I said I heard the intro. The intro was hard.
Yeah, like all the way through. But my ride home is an hour and a half. It's like an hour and 8-minute album.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a chance to listen to the whole bitch, and I'm like, did I really like that bitch? As like as much as I liked it, like that's hard. Is it like I said? Is it best that he's done? And then listening through over the week and shit like that, I'm like, it's good. If you don't have that type, or you're not in that type of vibe where you're going like, I'm gonna listen to an hour. I have an hour and a half to listen to an hour 15 minutes to listen to an album, hour 10. It's probably hard to digest because every song's good. Some songs are better than others, but it's good.
Is it bad? I have a hard time listening to an album that's over 45 minutes.
It's not bad. I think we've been conditioned to that.
I think because of just the way everything is now, it's kind of a conditioning thing where I literally, unless it's a Jay-Z, an Eminem, a Nas, a voice that I really like that much, I'm not just sitting through an hour of Future, my nigga. Like I gotta split that shit up.
Yeah, like we've
Like
been
I gotta
like,
split it up. Like I can't just
yeah,
sit through an hour of that. Like,
nigga, it was like
and when I say that, I mean not
when
like
Drake
that.
did
I mean like
Scorpion, nigga, it was hard for
same
me
thing
to
with him.
work my way through Scorpion.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Same
was
shit
like
with him.
that was a lot.
I'm good for like 8
And
tracks.
he did
After
More
that,
Life and Views. Well, had like 22 songs on that bitch. It was like it
dog,
was a lot of just
dog.
of a project
That's
at
the shit I'm
one
talking
time.
about. That's the
You
shit
know
I'm
what I
talking
mean?
about. Cause I eat like I'm not just talking about niggas like I mean niggas like Drake. Like if I don't, I think it's only 4 or 5 people I can sit through an album that long of without being like, I'm not tired of this because they're saying so much maybe different shit or whatever. Like I said, Future, Drake, anybody else like that, I can't just sit through fucking an hour of your voice. I can't. I would say
I
40
feel it.
minutes, but I can't. Like I said, I'm good till about, I don't care if you got 2-minute records and you got, like I said, what, 20 songs on your shit. I'm only good for about 8 of them before I get tired of it. So that's really about probably 20 minutes before I'm like, I need a break. But
I
then if
feel
your
it.
shit is 40, 45 minutes, I can take that break and then come back and listen to another 20 and then it's over.
I feel it. I'm like,
But then
I'm
you
not
got
mad.
19, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not mad at that at all. But I was saying, like, we've been preconditioned to accept because like smaller albums and shit. Like, I mean, shorter albums because
I don't think
of
we've
just
been
like
preconditioned to accept shorter albums.
I think it's an overall attention span thing. That
That's what
just
it is.
yeah, like an
It's got
overall
nothing to
thing.
do with artists wanting to make
No,
shorter albums.
no, it's
It's
an attention span.
all the fact that everybody's huh.
Yeah, like attention is drawn
It's that.
everywhere right now. So the fact that just being able to get somebody to sit down and listen to your project for 44 minutes, 45 minutes.
Better be fucking good.
Uh Ransom's has an artist that released on his label and shit. 6 songs, 16 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in the first one, I only listened to the first one from that album.
That's an EP, but
I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's enough. Like, nigga, only reason I even stopped listening to it was because I was about to get into a game of 2K at that moment. But 16 minutes isn't hard to digest, nigga. That's the time you need to do. Like you sitting on the shitter first thing in the morning.
I don't remember what the actual numbers are for the what's an album and an EP, but I feel like if it's over 25 minutes, it's an album. If it's 20 minutes or less, it's an EP. Anything else, you might as well call it a pack or a single.
I don't care as long as I'm getting good music. That's all I care about.
Deluxe or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying for how niggas want to classify that shit.
Yeah, like I don't care, especially when it comes to like the classifications when it comes down to what can be categorized as winning this award or that award. I don't care about that shit.
Because even me with my
good
shit,
music is good music.
Even me with my shit, like I wanted to do a whole thing where I wanted to just do singles, and then I said no. I first said I wanted to do the whole project, scrapped the project multiple times, came up with a good one. Then I said no, I just want to do singles. So now I'm doing the singles thing, and then it's like, all right, well that's not really panning out the way I want it to. So now it's like fuck it, just drop anything. And then in dropping anything, because nobody's listening yet anyway, really, or whatever. And it'll be fucking fine by the time something catches. Like this next one I got was completely unplanned, but probably one of the best songs I'll drop this year. Unless I write something better, which I might. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, drop an album that isn't 19 songs. But that's my real gripe with Lloyd Banks' project. That's my the real thing about it. He's spitting some bars. He's older. I think there were some shots at 50 in there.
See, now this is my gripe.
I think there's some definitely subliminal shots because it's like some of the songs hit in a certain way where he's talking about, previous events in his life that sound real like, nigga, you was supposed to help me. You said you was on squad. You supposed to be the king and on like holding the crown and shit like that. And it's like, all right, you poking some jabs. Which I wouldn't be. And I wouldn't be surprised. And I like when I was hearing it, I'm like,
I mean, he's still on G Unit, ain't he?
No.
Oh, he's not?
No. That is independent. Let me look it up. It's actually on my phone. Let's see.
See, this is what I was gonna get at earlier.
Yeah. This is Money by Any Means Inc. So he's completely independent.
Okay. See, but this is my thing with Lloyd though. Like you said earlier, you said it fits 2021, but it don't. I feel like because of that 2-year gap, I feel like Banks always waits, even when he was on G Unit. I feel like he always waits, not for the right moment, but to see if it's gonna be accepted. So like when niggas is doing mumble rap, you don't hear him putting shit out. Is that because niggas are mumble rapping or because he don't want to rap? When niggas are doing gangster rap, you put out what, 2 albums, 3 albums, and those are fine. Those are good. But nothing comes out more than the mixtape unless I feel like unless he feels like it's a wave for that. Like he tries to catch the wave instead of just doing shit. And I feel like that was probably part of 50 problem with him, which was like, nigga, just put the fucking thing, just put it out.
Yeah, but
which is honestly a lot of niggas' problem with me. But like same shit. Yeah, but still,
I think his problem is different. For sure. I think this is what it is. I think what Banks always was, the wave just wasn't on him. So I think when it was him and G Unit making the wave, right? When they were the wave. Right. The path of them when they was young, G Unit, everything was fun. Him, Buck, Fifth, everything was Gucci. And then that shit stopped because 50 stopped doing work the way he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like putting shit out. Yayo, he ain't doing shit without, you know what I'm saying?
But like, by the time 50 slowed down, he put out 4 albums.
Let me just play this down. Lloyd had done, like Banks had already done everything that, you know what I'm saying? He was following the suit. He was actually the nigga that put out the most music, but he kept trying to follow the wave after they wave had died. So when he felt like, fuck it, man, nigga, I'm just not gonna do shit right now, like unless I really want to.
I mean, he had it with
the wave that they had paved had came back. So now it's not like you riding the wave, nigga. You are the wave. You the OG to the wave that's on right now. So it is your time.
And then that was Hunger for More 2.
That's by the time that happened.
No. When he dropped that first album,
the wave that we on right now is the wave that he's in, like he was already on from G Unit, nigga. It just caught up with him. He not trying to catch a wave. He is already been the wave. That's what I'm saying to you.
But I'm saying I don't think he did enough.
That grimy music has now become more popularized than where it was.
I don't think outside of street niggas he did enough for that classification. I think that's why motherfucker.
We from the Midwest, nigga. We kind of I feel like that opinion's kind of biased. The New York East Coast.
I only got mine.
That nigga, like.
I'm sure I only got mine.
You know what I mean? Like we can say some shit like, yeah, that shit's trash. Like I know niggas from the South that really can't don't like Lloyd Banks music at all. And I'm like, how do you not?
I would imagine a lot of niggas from overseas and East Coast and probably West Coast fuck with Lloyd Banks. For real. But yeah, then there's that bias shit being Midwest, maybe in the South where you go. I like it, but you know, whatever. That's one thing. That's not what I'm saying.
I have every Lloyd Banks album and mixtape on my shit except for like 2 projects.
So what I'm saying,
that's like it.
So what I'm saying is, after Hunger for More 1, what was that gap between that and Hunger for More 2? Like 3-4 years? And then you talking about the wave catching up to you. Everybody's repeating what you're doing or what y'all were doing. So when you drop,
it was 6 years.
6 years. So everybody's fucking repeating, even though the sound had changed.
No. Wait, no, because he dropped something. Yeah, he dropped Riding Apple in between that.
Only thing niggas heard from Riding Apple was Cake.
He dropped something.
And Officer Down.
Because like Hunger for More came out in 2004. And Riding Apple came out in 2006.
I guess what I'm saying is
Hungry for More 2 came out.
I guess what I'm saying is Lloyd Banks should be a bigger artist than he is. And I think that's been everybody's problem with Lloyd. Regardless of whatever jab he throwing at 50, I ain't heard the project, but I feel like that's everybody's problem with him because that gap, that project Riding Apple, for all I didn't even know that was the album. I thought that was a mixtape. I thought that was a mixtape back then when it came out. I didn't know that was an album.
He had a couple. I was say I looked that shit up on. This is just what Apple Music had, but yeah, like there was projects in between that. It wasn't like there was just this gap of nothingness.
In terms of shit that hit, it was shit that people outside of maybe the East Coast would hear about or like.
He was the only nigga moving work. Like
same shit with Jim Jones for a while.
Like
same shit with Jim Jones for a while.
Like Fifth stopped putting out work and shit, or putting out work as regularly, and Buck was losing credibility, so he was starting to not put out work at all. And Tony Yayo is Fifth's bitch. So if Fifth don't say get up, then that nigga sitting on his ass.
You know Tony Yayo will slap you, right?
You know I'd shoot Tony Yayo in the face, right?
You know he's so seductive, right?
You know my gun's deadly, right?
I'm just saying to seduce you and slap the shit out of you.
Look, nigga, I'm not afraid of nobody who, like, I'm not afraid. You done nothing for hip hop, nigga. I've done more for hip hop than Tony. So fuck out of here. Like,
I'm not gonna argue that point.
Like,
I'm not gonna argue that point.
Like fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna argue.
Like, I'm not taking no disrespect from fucking Tony Ayo. The fuck. So it's just a doctor dancing on me. Like the fuck.
I'm saying, if he seduce you and slap the shit out of you, not like seduce you on no gay shit, but just like seduce you to be like, yo, you're my friend, bitch, nigga. Thought you could talk shit about me.
No, nigga,
podcast,
I look
nigga.
at you like the op. I look at you. I look at niggas like Tony. I look at Tony Yayo like that shit. Like niggas like him weird, nigga. Where it's like you really riding the coattail of somebody else, bro. Like for real. That's what you did.
He was in
like,
jail. He had no choice.
That may be your man's, but
he was in jail.
And your man's helped you put out an album, but you never did shit else out of that.
I don't think Yayo was one of them niggas that wants to put out albums. I don't think he's one of. I think he would have kept making music if he wanted to. He didn't want to.
Like
that nigga gonna perform so seductive until you die.
Does that song even still hit, bro? Like that's what I want to know. It's like that.
If you had maybe a 2000s party, yeah.
Like fuck out of here, bro. Like I ain't taking no shit from fucking Tony.
Oh no, you know anyway, what?
My point general is Lloyd Banks put out more music than anybody else other than G that's not named Gang. So, like,
Young Buck put out a lot of music, huh? Young Buck put out a lot of music. He just wasn't credible, like you said.
Yeah, nobody listening to that shit, so it don't count. So, like, nobody listening to that shit.
You could argue nobody was listening to Lloyd Banks.
A lot of East Coast niggas were listening to Lloyd Banks. We just weren't listening.
The world
to Lloyd
ain't
Banks.
the East Coast, nigga.
No, nigga, but I'm saying, like, he still had a major fan base. It just wasn't here as much because he, like, G when it wasn't popping like that.
Okay, you could say this. If Buck is putting out music, maybe you could say the same thing about the South at that time.
No, the South was doing very much well without Young Buck at that point in time.
Fresh off of Straight Out of Cashville? Mr. Tennessee, nigga?
what did we have like right after that? We had
Lean with it, rock with it. That's what we had after that.
We had the recession. We got Paper Trail. We got Carter 3. We got
but Cashville was 2005. You talking about a 3-year gap. Because all of that shit you talking about was 07, 08. So that's a 2-year gap. Cashville was 2005.
We got the Carter 2. We got
Carter 2 was 2004.
We got whatever. Nigga, shut up. It's still the same time period. We got whatever the fuck Juvenile was putting out at that time.
Rodeo, really?
Nigga, didn't you ask a question, nigga? I'm answering.
Just naming records.
Yeah, nigga.
You're not even naming records that came out after that. You just naming records.
Look, man, I'm trying to advocate because I believe that was a shitty point in time in music too. But
that's my point.
Yeah, but
they were the best out.
I'm not going to just say that everybody was ass during that time and period.
Oh yeah, like Trillville was out.
I gotta give motherfuckers their credit, even if you're not from the side. Lupe was doing crazy at that point in time. You know what I mean?
What it is, Hope. What's up? Can a nigga get in them goods? Them goods.
That was a shitty time in music, bro. That was a shitty
32 flavors of that bootylicious bubble gum. Remember Crime Mob?
It's bad of a time in music that was. It was a fun time.
You know what? Crime Mob did have a good second album. That Hated On Mostly was nice. I like that album.
The Moms was hard. The Moms was hard. They was one of them groups that I was pissed off.
That Circle still hit. That got me in circles.
I was mad. I was mad as hell that nobody on that in that squad really came off to really blow up.
Yeah, for real.
Like that shit broke my heart. Like y'all niggas had something. No one popped.
See, that's weird, dog. That's weird. That shit happened like that. It's like you said, it's like nothing ever came of it. I seen Diamond was on the Breakfast Club 2-3 days ago from Crime Mob.
You promote something?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. She was talking about relationships and shit, something like that.
She was promoting something, or she was like doing her own thing?
I said, I don't know. She was talking about relationships and shit. I don't know. You hear me? You hear me? Yo. All right, yeah. No, I just said I saw Diamond. We had some technical difficulties. I said we just had they had Diamond on the Breakfast Club, and yeah, she wasn't talking about nothing. I think she was talking about relationships and like just life or some shit. I don't think she was promoting nothing. You hear me?
At this point, I really could give a fuck what people were doing. Yeah, you froze though.
Yeah, you froze too, but I can hear you.
Slow and
I can hear you, nigga. Can you hear me?
All right, for sure. All right, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Like the white man say. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm kind of over the Breakfast Club doing interviews of motherfuckers, like of the old regime or old classic motherfucker, like artists and shit. They have nothing to put out. They just talking to them about relationship shit. Because I really could care less who anybody at any point in time in their hottest point or not their hottest point is fucking and why. I could really care less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if she was
Kim
talking
and
about
Kanye
like
was married and shit, and I really don't care and shit. It was just a talking point. I don't even like talking about that type of shit because I think it's sloppy.
I mean, it's the Breakfast Club. What you want?
I want to hear about that shit, nigga. Like, that's a point to where it's like
she's a friend
boring.
of the show. I'd imagine. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what it was about. I didn't watch it. I don't remember what the headline said, but she was up there. I just thought it was because we brought up Crime Mob, but yeah.
I always feel so bad about I talk to my wife about this shit all the time about our female artists, and like their biggest flaw is that they can give birth. Like in any
I remember you
genre.
saying that before.
Yeah, in any genre, fam, because it's like that's like some real sport shit for women and shit, because it's like they really got prime in which they can capitalize realistically off the shit, because they do have biological clocks. Like they can't have children and grow families forever. Yeah. So there is a point to where it's like, all right, do I want to do that? And if you try to capitalize on trying to have the family at the wrong time, then it's like then all your buzz goes down and no one remembers you after years and years later. You know what I'm saying? And it's like hard to get back on or just like sustain relevancy. Right. Or you have the kid, nigga, and it like you just don't do music for so long that when you do come back out, no one just cares. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
depends
like,
on who you were before you left.
Bro, my think about fuck Monica. I love Monica as an R&B singer, for example. Love her as an R&B singer. When she got into the relationship and started having babies and shit, was like that's like top of her, like at the height, like when she was at her hottest. And then after that, we hear music from her, but it was like it's never been that same heat again, because it's really just the people who really fucked with her from before still coming back around. Now that's great. You gonna eat, you still eating, but if the moment wouldn't have happened at that point in time when it did, it maybe happened 2-3 years later, and the same, like let's say you do the same shit, have the kid, have the family, and everything for a certain amount, the same amount of time. What the meals you may be eating may be a little better. I'm just saying. Just because, and it's like I feel bad for it because it's like we do as consumers, just on a consumer level, we move over real fucking fast, bro. Real fast.
I don't
men
think
we don't like when we get a bitch pregnant or some shit like that, nigga, we ain't gotta take no time off.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think a lot of women think about it like that. I'm not gonna say all women, but I don't think a lot of women think about it like that. I think some women have that happen to them, whether they're a Monica or a Nicki Minaj or even a Cardi B, and they might want to just do that and then stay home for a minute because that's what they want to do. Then they don't care about how hot they are in the streets.
Yeah, but that
it's not
matters.
About what meal I'm gonna eat now. It's about what we got right now. It's not about what I'm gonna eat later. It's about what I got right now.
That's cool.
Which is how a lot of people take it when they
that's cool.
Go through that.
But it's like when you feel like I forgot who I was talking about. Jessica Alba. I was having this conversation about Jessica Alba with my wife. She's watching that stupid ass show with her and Gabrielle Union and shit on Hulu or whatever, which is terrible. I've seen clips. It's absolutely dreadful.
I saw the trailer for that. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I respected the game completely that Jessica Alba decided that she was gonna fucking when she had like her kids and shit.
I don't know why she leaves the house.
Yeah, and she did the honest company shit. And I was like, yo,
she has
that's
$1 billion
in your like. But here's the thing. This hit me when I saw her coming back. I was like, yo, them kids is probably I'm like, them kids about like 10 plus years old now. They got their own friends, you know what I'm saying? They in like little sports and little league and all that shit. Like they don't need all the momming that they needed before. Right. So now you at the crib bored as hell, but you got something that you could do.
Bruh.
Now, why not go outside in the house? Go outside the house and do what you was doing before. As an artist, it's so much harder to just go out there and just maintain and try to get them to get that same traction, because it matters how hard you are, how hot you are, how in demand you are. Now you can put out some music independently and say, fuck it, like I ain't gotta go through no album, who cares? But you still run into that problem of when you get on your Instagram and shit and start promoting your singles and everything, who is really gonna fucking go listen to you if you've been MIA for X amount of years? You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's why they don't put a lot of effort into it. I think Monica knows, for instance, like you said, Monica. I think she knows. She's only got the fans she's got, pretty much. She's not trying to get no teenagers to come listen to her. She's not trying to get no 20-year-olds that don't already listen to her to come listen to her.
No, but like
that's not what she's doing.
I'm not saying now. She tried to make music hot again when it was just a surge. I feel like there was a surge of female R&B pop artists that was.
I remember she was like, it was around like Carrie Hilson time.
Yeah, it was like Carrie Hilson was popping, and then it was like as B was ascending to the throne of queendom, and like
she was trying to come back. I remember.
Yeah, I remember. You know what I'm saying?
But,
like you had,
and she had some good records. I remember that.
Yeah, you had Sherry Dennis's one hit that came out and shit, and like Nina Sky and them bitches. Like you had a whole slew of women in that pocket.
Remember Cherish?
You know what I'm saying?
The group.
Man, yeah. Yeah.
I used to love them bitches.
Yeah. Remember Sierra when she used to make music? Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Like it was a damn.
Like that music. Like yeah.
Young Rihanna, nigga. Like before she was Bad Girl Riri, when she was just Rihanna. Like
Rihanna always been Rihanna. Rihanna always been Rihanna.
No,
that's the beautiful.
On that. I'm not gonna say it because we can't market this on TikTok if I say it like that. Well, like
we already can't market this on TikTok, but nigga, all I'm saying is this.
Well, I'm just gonna say it anyway. Then. What? If Chris Brown never would have fucking assaulted her the way that he did, she would have never went rogue the way that she did, and then we never would have got Bad Girl Riri as she is today. Because for some reason,
that is not true.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's just not true.
The aura of that woman changed after like that shit happened, dog. She was like she might have forgave that nigga and moved on, but that shit changed. That trauma changed her whole shit. We know this, you know this.
Maybe, but at the same time, but at the same time, nigga, nah, she was already, her image was already, and that was a time when that was a thing. Her image was already shifting. She came in as the innocent, come Mr. DJ, come on the replay.
Yeah.
When it turned the music up, innocent as fuck, just cute as hell. Who this little Jamaican looking bitch in the club dancing like that? And she hit you niggas with that umbrella, and we all lost our fucking minds ever since.
Yeah.
That was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, but then we got rated R after that, nigga, and that was post ass whooping. And what happened? We got Bad Girl Riri, and we ain't never look back. You know that.
I think that album was a turning point. What album was that with Umbrella on it? That was
Good Girl Gone Bad.
Yeah. That was the shift in the image. That was, hey, do you like this? Can you do that? And I think she is that.
Rated R
so
was
it was
different.
Like, why not?
Rated
I think she did grow into that.
That was a slept on album too, and that like of all time, like
Rated R was slept on.
Yeah, that shit was.
She
different.
had Slash on that motherfucker.
Like, yes, bro. Nigga, that's why she went bad. She went bad for her. She was like it was over after that. It was over after that. You know what I mean? Like,
how the fuck you sell a fake Mona Lisa for $3.5 million?
White privilege, but like that. That's that pocket where Monica was trying to reboot her show. Matter of fact, that's when Keisha Cole was in her prime too. So it was really hard to move in on that at that point in time and maintain that relevancy, because it's like the people who was in your fan base that really fuck with you, nigga, they getting fed from a whole bunch of different other restaurants.
You know,
so they can eat regardless, nigga. They eat and they consume it.
I hate to bring this up as much as we bring this up when we start talking about this time period, but I have to bring it up because it's historically accurate. Boy, oh boy, what Carrie Hilson could have been if she just shut the fuck up. If she just shut the fuck up. Who knows where she could have went in life.
I think at this point she would be playing number 3. She would be like the number 3 right now on the, like, if we had a ranking, if it was like B, Riri, it would be Kiki right there. Like, it would be like Carrie Hilson would be right there.
Couldn't shut the fuck up.
Couldn't do it. Could not motherfucking do it. Could not do it to save her soul.
I heard Cat Williams.
Though, like,
I heard
she having a child.
Oh, shout out to
her.
Or
she had one, I think, by now. Like, yeah. Okay. So yeah,
I heard Cat Williams say some shit earlier today, though. Shout out to Cat. Heard that nigga say some shit earlier today. Featherweights can't talk to heavyweights. Fucks with the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because then I got to put you in your place because you thought you could do that.
Yeah.
I think that's an accurate description of what happened there.
Yeah. That was we should have just left that alone.
And the craziest part is B ain't lift a finger. Ain't lift a fucking finger. Didn't have to do shit. Fans did it.
Got them out. Got her out of here. Yeah, that's it.
Say
and that's and that's fucked up. You know what I mean? But let's get out of here. I'm hungry as fuck.
You
know what I mean? And it's late. So, yep. Hope you all enjoyed this podcast of audio dope brickness.
Yep.
That we bestow upon you every single week.
You know it.
Motherfucking Skateland streaming everywhere. All the busy singles that's never going to come out on an album, but they are actually singles and out there on DSPs or streaming everywhere. Name them off, sir.
Why would I be putting them on an album if they're singles? And Fly, COA, fucking, what's the other one? Misunderstood. I don't know what I got out.
He don't even know when he releases. That's it. And he calls. I've been telling him to stop rapping and just do this, but he don't want to listen to it, Nick. You know what I mean? So it's all good though.
Shut the fuck up.
But yep. Shout out to George. Hope that nigga's like actually like alive and safe. You know what I'm saying? Prayers for George.
Don't have.
You know
COVID,
what I mean?
Nigga.
Exactly. You know what I mean? We trying to stay away from George so we don't die. We'll like make sure that George is all good. Shout out to all y'all around the world.
You make it sound like he has it.
Like
he doesn't. We don't even know if he got it.
No, I'm trying to make sure I'm putting good energy out there so he don't have it, nigga.
Okay.
It's all positive energy, son. Like don't put that negativity out there, son. That's your problem.
Word the mother,
like, you can't live like that.
Word the mother, yo.
But anyway, episode 161, Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We in this bitch. We out this bitch. We will see you next week. 162 on the way. Another brick of audio dopeness to cook. We out.
And for the ladies, I promise. I'll shave.
Don't do that.
Don't shave. I don't tell me not to shave for the bitches. I'm single now. I can do that.
They are ladies and women, sir. Have some class and some cool.
They know what I mean. You know what I meant. Bye.
Have some class. 162 next week, niggas.
Peace.